Druck and Talik, the final two members of TSM, they're pushing the snipe side. Last shot and Shopify Rebellion understand the assignment. They need to clear out this cave and snipe side before they're able to advance this flag forward. Frosty making the sidekick look like the main character despite being one shot, playing a dangerous game of ring around the rosy here. Talik sick of it. He ends up going to snipe side, but somehow Frosty is still able to get the kill.
Yeah, Frosty, that was about as annoying as a player could play in that cave. In fact, Talik had enough that he was just trying to leave at some point and unfortunately gets caught before he could even find his exit. Shopify Rebellion, because of that presence from Frosty, are able to stabilize and in fact now looking for an opportunity to counterattack.
I believe I saw last shot taking the rockets down towards the trenches side. I believe he still has those rockets, but might have just lost them. Not sure if he wasted both, but I do know Psycho is fighting for dear life, and Soul Snipe is going to clear out that snipe side of the map. Soul Snipe and TSM having presence over towards the base of Shopify. 3 down, and TSM need to slay one more time.
Soul Snipe did a great job spotting Frosty, giving that call out for his team. That means they know no one's in their back base, and now they can make an attack of their own. Something we've seen lacking from TSM is a lot of that rocket side presence. We're seeing it now, but I think it's a little bit too late into that cycle. A lot of these fights should start from the elbow and then having your snipe players come through to help facilitate those fights.
1-0 lead in favor of TSM, and Snipe comes up, and Cherish having a hard time connected on that headshot. World 2 being creative, but gets the kill. May just get the return and add another body to the count.
It has been
Yo, Swifty with the 100 bits. Thank you very much, bro.
This might be the difference.
How you doing, man?
So far, we haven't seen a sniper in quite some time, but put it in Frosty's hands, he can certainly put quick work.
Soul Snipe aggressive over toward two side. Frosty lines him up real quick. That's a fade he didn't want.
Hey, and the sub. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that shit.
3 bullets, excuse me, 4 to
You actually the first sub of the first stream from my new place.
That's the angle you want to challenge. Now with Frosty is
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, Frosty
much respect.
wasn't quite lining up.
I hope everything's going alright with you, man.
Cherish has been a straight dart throughout the middle map, just running at Frosty, and Frosty's been like, you want me to teach you a lesson?
Much love,
You
brother.
want to run into my snipe?
5 minutes remaining.
As of right now, Cherished 16 and 13 right now. A couple assists to his name. He's been excellent for this TSM roster, but that's until Frosty gets his hands on him, and some well-placed damage by Frosty. Talik with an even better stick to trade out his life, and eventually Soul Snipe is going to join the rest of his team on the respawn screen. 10 seconds or less for
Yeah, I saw you
Rockets
tweet
coming
the other day, man, so I hope everything's all good, and I'm
window once again. Frosty
sorry if it ain't.
standing up there,
But I hope
you'll
shit
be
gets
able to
better.
just shoot down into the base. One thing to know, when you have that line
I'm doing
of
alright.
sight through flag from your top window,
Things have been
on
pretty
that top
hectic.
of the platform, it doesn't
Been
actually
moving in the past couple
influence the
days.
spawn, so you can
Finally got
catch
moved into our
players
new spot
by
yesterday, so
surprise, just beam them, especially with the sniper.
been doing a ton of running errands and trying to get the place figured out, trying to get settled. But it's been going well. Been making progress.
From Shopify Rebellion, where they are the first player pushes
We
in through the elbow, but
got
doesn't
the
push
internet
past
set
the
up
elbow. They
and
start the fights and
got
force
some of our stuff
TSM
in
to
today and
put
got a little bit
back towards them,
unpacked.
and then they rely on their snipe side presence to
I got my
swing
setup and shit.
through and to finish those kills.
They're making some progress.
And then pull towards the block that Royal 2 had. It's textbook the way it works out this time around, and well, these rockets, yeah, they're gonna do some
Actually, if it's not too dark, I think I'm gonna turn this light off. This overhead light in here sucks, bro.
Last shot not able to push that flag forward, and TSM successfully stopped the relay cap.
So I feel like my shit might be out of sync.
Frosty, he was hiding. He's trying his best to get away.
How's everybody doing, man?
Pushed back, and TSM
What did I miss?
will finally be able to stabilize a bit, but that early work
Past
in the
couple
game,
days.
in which they were able to be scrappy, get those returns, capture that first flag, is for this moment.
But I really
now
do
they can
appreciate,
stabilize and not be down
I really
in
do
the game,
appreciate the
but
love,
rather
Swifty.
just be able to have another opportunity to regather their lead.
Talik waiting for the right time to strike, but somehow wasn't able to take down Frosty. And Frosty's somehow still alive. He's made it from the trenches towards the elbow side. It takes Druck's BR to take him down, and not able to get out with his life. Shopify Rebellion should be able to get sniped.
But the simple fact is the struggle for TSM is the slays. They just don't have them. Every player on Shopify Rebellion is positive at the moment, and they haven't had problems getting into these perimeter spawns. That's something that TSM will need to fix throughout this game if they want to be able to find this win.
Celtics are pissing on the Lakers.
Rocket side presence in particular from Shopify Rebellion. So often they're trying to get into that back elbow to start their plays.
Feels like there's not much game for them to fix it here. Just over 2 minutes on the clock, and man, last shot with the snipe is something special. Eventually finding the headshot onto Talik with the bandit. Oh, perfect body shot onto Cherished, and now can World 2 and the rest of Shopify Rebellion take down the final members of TSM to move this flag forward. It's going to be relayed through their basement. The denial grenades go down, nobody able to get involved, and that should be the second flag cap right in the middle time.
And that second flag cap starts because of Royal 2's presence on the elbow. They've done it once again. Well, Shopify Rebellion has consistently sent a player to overextend, get into the opposing elbow, and then they trust their individual slays to provide opportunity and timing for these flags.
Oh, where is it?
TSM will need to do the same, and with that 3 down, they have their opportunity. Soul Snipe in the Royal 2 spot and ready for this damage. Rockets to help solidify the rest. This is a real opportunity for TSM.
Hell yeah, he's...
Got World 2 and last shot seemingly stuck over towards that back blue side of the base. Now it's last shot.
That shit sounds fun as hell, I'm not even gonna lie.
Frosty getting involved as they spawn towards the blue cave. Talik on one side of the map gets himself a double kill before going down. The rocket takes down the
That's
third.
good, Brandon.
No timing loss whatsoever.
What's up, everybody?
Soulstipe moves it towards elbow. There's one player alive though, and it's a crafty Royal 2. And
hope everybody's doing well tonight, man. Hope everybody's chilling.
Soul from across the map. The flag is stopped onto the 50% portion here, but TSM are still alive and kicking.
Yeah, Druck works his way back. It slows that flag down, but they needed these necessary kills to get it forward. But starting to
you a Nezlo team?
Chain of players from TSM.
You 2-3-5 them?
Line necessary.
You 2-3-4 them. Well, then you're not a Nezlo team.
Rebellion chances to fight back, chances to get more of these kills.
If you win a hard point, you're not a Nezlo team.
Line here. 3 down goes Shopify Rebellion.
Oh yeah, they got Kali in this, Brandon.
Without getting touched.
We're clocking in for the new season, brother.
The battlefield and 11 seconds for TSM.
Yeah, your teammate Goofy for that use.
Rebellion out of their base and get this into an overtime. This is just game number 1, ladies and gentlemen.
That brother Goofy.
What have we noticed about every flag capture so far in this game? It's starting.
Hi, bro. Did somebody lag out? Did we run out of time? I just wasn't paying attention. We ran out of time, didn't we?
Having the rest of the team play into them to pull the flag. When you're at that elbow, you are dynamic on the map. You can decide whether you're going to hold that space and let your teammates push into you, or if there's an opportunity for you to wipe in through the team. But it all starts with that overextension into the perimeter lane.
You beat the allegations and you won the series.
I should say Talik has been on the map, just getting involved in every little fight, putting down damage onto every player possible. Eventually it's the black screen, but it's 3 down for Shopify Rebellion, and World 2 has to get a double in order to stop that flag.
We gotta get like some LEDs and
cause it massive
like a lamp in here, because this overhead light is pissed, brother. I didn't look. Was that a good shot?
Oh my gosh, Cherish putting a 25th kill in style.
Holy shit.
Shopify once again, and once again, World 2 is the final player alive. He has some good damage down, and no Talik is one shot here, but as Talik gets his shields back, he gets sent back to the respawn screen, and the rest of Shopify Rebellion are here clearing out their base.
Yeah, Shopify Rebellion not having that same success of getting through and overextending.
When was that,
TSM has started to find the solution, and now Soul Snipe back to his original spot where their last flag cap came from. They're trying to set up the same play. Soul Snipe's not going to move from this elbow unless if there's a big amount of space that opens up. Instead, he's waiting for the cavalry, but it just never arrives.
Took the fight with Frosty, and Frosty's gonna ice him real quick.
Oh, like in Halo 5?
Here towards the opposing window, trusting his teammate and Frosty on the
back
elbow side, while the rest of the players continue to apply pressure. Cherished goes down, and the same for Druck. Talik is one shot on full retreat. Last shot with the people's elbow from the top row, as Soul Snipe has nothing to do but to wait in the back corner. His presence slows down the flagpole.
His presence definitely slowed it down, but it's not going to be enough at the moment. There's just too many players crawling around for TSM to handle. And look at Frosty. He opens up that elbow to try to continue this run. Was it enough? Can he get past the 50-yard line? Druck is the only player that really can just overextend.
Our last shot is crazy. That brother's insane.
He's the last chance.
Got one kill, which would have
oh my god.
Thrust avoids the first melee, but eventually gets the headshot. Last shot takes him down, and Talik running a counter pull and
I like that spot.
At the same time. It's almost there.
What a read.
And has to give up his life, but eventually gets to
That's a good play.
TSM played that so well. Talik especially at the end. Notice all the small things he did to get that flag. Jumping up high, keeping his feet off that ground, minimizing grenade impact, and it all worked to get that flag opportunity, but there's just no counterattacks. Shopify Rebellion is still pressuring.
Last shot not able to get that pull here. Talik and the rest of TSM are able to clear out their base, but notice how Frosty and World 2 are still having presence on the snipe side. It's a full-on reposition that we're seeing out of Frosty, and I don't know if TSM are aware of it right now. Frosty can be the most dangerous person to this TSM push, but it's a dangerous game of Ring Around the Rosie right now.
I don't want to get close to Frosty. You see Cycle where he died over at that elbow. Royal 2 is going to try to fill in that spot again. All the attacks are going to be facilitated by Royal 2's position. This sniper is just looking for kills, but Royal 2 is in the position to win the game.
Multiple members of TSM, though, controlling the snipe side. Druck moonwalks his way into a body shot coming out of Frosty. Frosty controlling one side of the elbow, and he has reinforcements.
This is a good play.
TSM on one side, World 2, and the rest of Shopify on another.
Doesn't really have anywhere to go, though.
One or two kills can make the difference between a successful defense.
It's a good win by Soul Snipe.
It may just end the game here. A flag does end up off the pedestal, but
this could be the game, though.
Go TSM.
No, it's Royal 2. He was alive in the back. He waited for all the kills. They came in, and now he's got the flag just about home. Druck will be desperate in his attempt to keep this flag out.
Keeps it alive.
TSM are in desperation mode, flying through the map, trying to prevent this return.
It's not over.
Soul Snipe is able to take down World 2. The rest of TSM try to stop that flag cap, but just too little, too late. Screaming game as game number 1 goes to Shopify Rebellion, and my heart's already racing. Garrett, that was only game 1.
Game 1's a banger, though, and this map is so fun to watch, and you can see the strategies from both sides developing throughout that game. But the key to success for Shopify Rebellion in particular started with Royal 2's positions on the map. You'll notice how often he was overextended, getting into that elbow. In fact, I believe all 3 flag captures for Shopify Rebellion started the same way, with Royal 2 overextended. And what you'll notice, right, is his damage dealt isn't going to be that high, and that's because he's constantly overextending through the rocket lane, getting
his
to
goat.
this spot in the
I don't
map.
know, that's his goat.
This is where all the damage can start for the team,
ask him
and this
about
is where
that.
all the timing is earned for Shopify
All right, I'll be right back. Give me just a
Rebellion
second,
throughout the game. When the individual slays of Last Shot and Frosty started to ring through, it was Royal 2 that was able to facilitate either an opportunity, a lane for his team to run a flag through the rocket side, or his opportunity to vacate the rocket side and to gain timing to pull his own flag, like we saw with the second flag capture for this team. This is textbook from Shopify Rebellion, the way that they're playing this map. If you want to learn how to play Origin and be a matchmaking demon, I would strongly suggest watching the streams of Shopify Rebellion and seeing how they're overextending, seeing that presence they always had on the elbow side.
Yeah, it definitely feels like the top teams in the world are just a step ahead on I almost said college, excuse me, Origin capture the flag, because we've been talking about Optic Gaming as well with their gameplay. Just they have figured it out, and at this point, it's been so fun. I want every series to start with a game 1 capture the flag on Origin.
Like, Origin,
it really has been that fun.
It really is like the most fun map in the HCS right now, at least in my opinion. It is a blast to play, and I strongly encourage, if you're not a fan of it now, really try to get yourself locked in with some pro gameplay and see what they're doing. It might just make the difference. But already Shopify Rebellion had a great start to this game. They got 4 down right away, but TSM refused to go out. They've been able to keep up 1-to-1 at this pace, but that's going to be the dangerous part for TSM. You can't let Shopify Rebellion put you 4 down.
All right, I'm back,
motherfuckers.
motherfuckers.
They will punish you if you allow it.
9-7 lead in favor. Shopify Rebellion trades out his life as we switch on board now with Druck. Wants to replace that player towards Yuto's side. Knows that there could be some infiltrators coming in from Shopify Rebellion. Love the cross map shots out of Druck, bringing them back within 2.
And right now, Shopify Rebellion, they control the mid map, and look how low they are.
Itching to play some
TSM's
CS, bro. I have not played in fucking forever.
Catch the backside. That is a crazy flank that we just saw. Druck been loving his gameplay so far this life, and he's not done. But a missed melee is gonna ice him just a bit. Shopify Rebellion still holding on to a 2-kill advantage.
And notice what was happening during those 3 kills. It was the height advantage that made the big difference for Druck. He was able to shoot down upon his opponents that were weak, and it's so easy to get to the mid map and say this is where I'm supposed to be, but not be up high. And if the other team can overextend and get that height presence on Aquarius, it can make all the difference. It's so hard to fight from the bottom up.
Would have thought that camo would have been huge for Shopify Rebellion in World 2, but sadly not able to get away. World 2 goes down. Meanwhile, Soul Sniper, the rest of TSM, clearing out the mid-map. 1 eventually falls. Soul Sniper by himself. World 2 wants that fight, and he's willing to take it. Once again, a 4-kill advantage as Shopify Rebellion start to heat up.
Last shot maybe a little bit too ahead of the damage for Shopify Rebellion. Was quick into that back rank, but
yo, what is that BR? That shit looks crazy.
Fall back. That tactical retreat gave them overwhelming numbers against him, and
I've never seen that one before.
Clean slay. That's just turning into so much more for TSM at the moment.
Talik quickly approaching the card B side here.
In a deathmatch? Oh, that's criminal.
The final player alive, active listening.
That's actually criminal.
Allows Talik to hunt down that final player, and on top of that, find the spawner. Gonna cut off the exit route here as Psycho now trapped over towards Blue Fridge, exactly where TSM want him.
And they're able to clean up these kills, but I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of Talik splitting away from Soul Snipe there. It just leaves Soul Snipe out in the open. It seemed as if something that wasn't communicated that well, and it allowed Shopify Rebellion to at least get a trade. Right now, TSM has Rebellion back against the wall. They have their spawns figured out. They have the map control they want, but they haven't quite been able to just fully trade out and get these clean 2-3 downs. It's been kind of a struggle for them, and Shopify Rebellion are slowly inching their way back into map control.
28-25 lead. Favor Shopify Rebellion still. Now it's Soul Sniper TSM. They're seemingly trapped over toward that fringe side, looking to break out. They push P2 together right as camouflage is coming up. Is exactly when TSM are starting to slay out. If this continues, they may be able to grab a camo, but a huge trade may slow them down just a bit.
Look up high. Will take a lot of damage. Oh my god, the cross map shots from Cycle will be enough to help the team, but there was no one from TSM to
these brothers dealing damage.
Cycle from on that P side, so he just has the freedom to do whatever the hell he wants. And because of that, not only are they getting kill after kill, but they were able to get the camouflage.
Soul Snipe is getting face guarded.
Dangerous moments for TSM. If they go down early, this game could quickly get out of hand.
Last cam was burnt almost immediately from World 2 and Shopify Rebellion.
Jesus.
But this one from Cycle is getting some decent value already, and already up 38-32.
And now TSM are stuck in this back base. Shopify Rebellion are just going to start looking towards all the
exits. It's a bad time for your camo to run out, though. And they're going to hear that.
TSM has to get out of this base covered. And they're not going to try to push in. They're going to try to punish TSM on their way out, and that's exactly what
great play though.
Feels. He slides right into the reticle, and it's going to be 2. Let's make it
overheat.
Number 3. Come on, Cycle. He's getting plenty of damage down, but you see the difference, right? What happens during that camo play? TSM have just not been able to recover, and the lead just continues to grow.
Cycle's positioning literally perfect to bait out a one-shot last shot towards the fridge, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to implement that angle into my gameplay because I've never used that one before. Shopify Rebellion up 43-37 right now. Another camouflage to the battlefield in
good
less
shots.
than 15 seconds, and you
Hang on.
think that TSM are going to need it. So what do? They immediately take down last shot and Frosty, and now controlling that mid back. Camo is coming up.
Hang on, it's not over.
Right now, TSM have brought their A game.
TSM just started to fight a bunch of individuals, saying, "Hey, we're just gonna win you in the one-on-ones." They were able to do that on a couple of the perimeters. They brought the lead down to at least a single team wipe, but Shopify Rebellion doesn't really
great help by Frosty.
do much more than trade in this situation. As long as they keep their risk at a minimum and have each other's help, it'll be so tough for TSM to continue this comeback.
Just 2 kills separating the two World 2.
Oh my god.
Gosh, there's no chance. There's no chance.
You cannot let that happen.
This man is throwing haymakers at everybody.
World 2 just beat the fuck out of him.
And now it's too simple for Shopify.
And then he
Rebellion.
overheats way the
players
fuck.
are trapped. 49, 45.
Alright, they're
One
good.
more to get it done. Last shot will be the one that puts it in. But
Their spacing just feels off. You said they can't space the floor for shit.
Interesting end game for both Shopify
crowd in the paint.
Rebellion and TSM. Rebellion able to withstand the pressure, the big surge
give me a second,
that we
bros.
saw from TSM at the end, but it was largely
Ooh,
due to
live
that
fireball
camo play
next.
that we saw from Cycle, right? That was when we saw that first separation in the game.
One thing to stand out in my mind was not only was that a great life and a great run of kills that we saw from World 2, but dare I say that was disrespectful what we just saw World 2 do. Like that was just unnecessary. I am not happy with what I just saw him do to the entire TSM. We're about to see it again. It just absolutely like, boom, take that turn, look, move it and groove it, shoot it and loot it, and it just. That was disrespectful. I don't care what anybody says.
It almost seemed like he had a curb slide there, but it was just straight up slide. It was just perfect timing to close that distance. And you know, it was a difference between maybe a step or two between Royal 2 getting that double kill and him going down on his attempt to get in, right? When he pushes through, that player that second in the double kill was there to put down that damage, but Royal 2 was decisive with his actions, didn't waste any time. If he had wasted a second more, I think we would have saw a completely different endgame.
Up 2-0 in the series right now. Shopify Rebellion have the chance to pull off a sweep here, and you let the Iceman get the sniper, you know what's gonna happen.
I like what Frosty is really feeling himself. You can tell by the pace in which he shoots his sniper bullets. It's like he sees someone and it's a quick reaction. And it's like a prayer that he's sending out that it'll hit, but oftentimes it does. A couple bodies throughout his life there, and its camouflage is still up for either side. But TSM look to take advantage. Frosty's overly aggressive sniper play not working out for them.
And Tala getting sent back courtesy of that repulse. Meanwhile, Cherish slowly approaching with this camouflage and sniper. This can be really bad for Shopify. Rebellion takes down one, but runs out of that snipe ammo. Last shot having an idea where Cherish is, but Cherish is able to reposition, and last shot is seeing Ghost.
Yeah, former teammates going at each other, but eventually the help comes through, and this ball, although it's been rotated for TSM and they got a decent chunk of time, it certainly isn't clear and free. In fact, very interesting situation where both the flank players ended up hitting their route so well that they flipped out the spawns. The problem for TSM is that their ball was where the flank player was, so they you know, it's no clean team wipe for either side, but the spawns flip, and looks like Shopify Rebellion are able to take the lead.
On board now with World 2, who has quickly kind of like put me on notice, because I feel like a lot of people are well aware of being one of the best shots in Halo's history, but also one of the best meleeers apparently, because so far he has 4 kills, and I'm pretty sure all of them have been melee kills.
I didn't know he played fighting games like that. That's cool.
I don't know, maybe he does, I don't know. You got the button combos on lock, brother.
What do you think? You think he's like a Foxman or something?
Oh, he looks like a Pikachu main. I don't know. So it's definitely a Pikachu main.
Yeah,
What does that even mean? Wow, how are you offended by that?
If you If you played a Pikachu, you'd know.
What?
Hey, bro, ball knowers know. I should didn't call him a puff man. No.
40-20 lead in favor of TSM at the moment. Last shot, trying to force this play ball here, and World 2 off the screen with another melee kill on Tatalik. Soul Snipe refuses to let this ball go, at least not without a fight. Eventually, Cherish gets his kill, Druk gets another, and Frosty comes in out of nowhere with the camo, hits a double, almost turns it into a triple. Druk with the late jump though, dude, that's nasty.
So that late jump mechanic, it catches people off guard so much, and it's funny because on the pro level they expect it, but even the deeper that late jump goes, the more it just catches, and sometimes there's just nothing you can really do about it. Frosty will be the last player alive for his team, but oh boy, did he find the sniper. That'll slow TSM down quite a bit.
Druk moving and grooving right now, staying alive. Man's one of the smoothest in the game, and grabs a hold of that ball and rotated towards pillars, but eventually Shopify Rebellion are finding those kills, and that's all 4 down for TSM.
Oh, look at this expansion that they're taking. Frosty's right into the spawns, but look at the spotters at TSM. They're trapped out in the open. Frosty's flank is working as intended. They'll split the spawns, so they need to finish these players from TSM fast, and then what you're gonna see is the ball rotate towards those towards that original spawn group. The timing wasn't quite there for Shopify Rebellion, but in theory, that is a devastating little macro movement.
Multiple members of Shopify Rebellion do end up hitting the respawn screen. Psycho still survives here with the snipe, and now the reinforcements have arrived, but also dealt with. Frosty once again gets eliminated. Psycho now watching this key door side with the snipe. He's getting pressured from the small window as well. He needs help right now, and help is coming quick.
Right now, Cherish being the only one alive and his position being known, this should be plenty of time to be spotted. Look at what Frosty's been doing all game, by the way, Tony. He's always in that back rank on this like long flank. It's always like as far away as possible from the ball carrier. But what it's doing is he's able to kill the spawners, and then he's giving an opportunity for his ball carrier to rotate if they don't win on the other side. So it's giving his ball carrier a rotation if necessary while applying pressure to spawners, and it constantly split spawns TSM on the map as well.
It was a great start for TSM, but now it's Shopify Rebellion with a slight lead, and meanwhile Psycho is still somehow holding on to this sniper and the ball. Unselfish play out of him, and now last shot with the camo. This is not looking good for TSM.
I think he's picking up those nades gave away his position. Last shot is just gonna have to run tail between the legs, and there's nothing he can do. Every little bit of information on the map is critical to a team's success, especially for a camouflage trying to stay alive. Picking up those nades, let the players know, hey, camo's there. They just all look that way.
70-52 lead in favor of Shopify Rebellion, and once again TSM losing body after body. Snipe and QT coming up at the exact same time. Shopify Rebellion.
Look at this. Royal 2 is like deep. He goes deep into the base. They want to like force a specific spawn that's far away. It allows them to hold the ball where it is now and get the sniper away.
Final 10 seconds. A one-shot last shot is somehow able to get out. Psycho covers his back perfectly. Cherished and Soul Snipe, they're working together to clear out the third member. And Psycho, although he's the final player, he's like a lone wolf. Apparently he don't need the pack. Love what I'm seeing, and he's one shot, still surviving, still thriving right now. Shopify just need 10 more seconds. TSM should have had time here, but Shopify Rebellion, relentless.
This has been the true struggle for TSM throughout this game thus far. When they get these 3-4 downs, oftentimes it's been the last player Shopify Rebellion that stopped them from gaining advantage. But critical moment for TSM. Only 10 seconds for Shopify Rebellion to win this round, but they can certainly make this comeback reality. They only need 23 seconds to tie this game. That's just a couple rounds of slays.
It'll Looks like TSM are trying to rotate this ball towards that back green side. Once again, Shopify Rebellion going 3 down. Frosty by himself. He's going to try to do as much damage as possible. But look at this rotation out of Cherished.
It's such a risky rotation when you know there's a sniper looking, but it's worked out perfectly. TSM now have the spawn reinforcements to help their ball carrier, and it's just about an even game. These next slays could determine it all.
Just 5 seconds separating these two at the moment. One of the better oddball live fire matches that we have seen in quite some time here. But Shopify Rebellion once again winning these slays battle. Psycho is quick on that ball. Truck wants to try to get a quick kill. Try to force this play ball. Doesn't exactly have the shield and drops down and doesn't even have the chance to get that ball out of the hands of Cycle.
I just think it was just information overload for Druck. He couldn't quite figure out what the exact next play was. Too many variables from Shopify Rebellion caused him to get discombobulated, and TSM, valiant effort to get back into that game, but at the end they had to reinforce too many positions. More one-on-one gunfights are going to need to be won in this oddball game.
Frosty. Always icy with the snipe, especially right off of spawn. This man, one of the most dangerous snipers in the game right now. But mind you, TSM are still scoring. So although Frosty has the sniper, Shopify Rebellion look to be in control. TSM start off with an 11-0 run, but they're also starting off with Druck losing his head.
Oh, yeah. Frosty, he's getting perfect comms from his team. You just tell by the way he's moving. He's confident. The sniper shots have been working for him, and there's nothing you can do when he's hitting stuff like that. Italica, we'll see you in a couple seconds.
Man is so confident he's not even switching to the bandit after the no-scope, but no more sniper ammo to work with. And Shopify Rebellion may be scoring right now, but how do they hold on to this setup without the snipe?
So far, they've got plenty of space between themselves and TSM. Just waiting for the attack to come has given them at least 15 seconds of ball time.
Coil 2 choosing violence with that one. Double kill killing spree coming out of him. Once again, TSM sent it right back to spawn. Shopify Rebellion continues.
Frosty's doing it again. Look how far Frosty is. Like when he is the most forward player on the map against ball, he is playing deep into TSM's side, and I think TSM started to wise up to it a little bit, where they're not just leaving their base right away. But it's definitely a strategy that Shopify Rebellion is trying to employ. A little unicorn made of Royal 2 before he goes down, but that's what TSM's going to need to be aware of, is the potential flank with how deep.
All right, I returned.
Shopify Rebellion
Apologies for my absence. Jesus, bro, I'm glad I left during an oddball. I come back in the game's not even over.
Holding on to
Oddball
the
is
lead
cringe.
Right now.
What did I miss?
Really need to get an offensive push. Try to get this ball out of the hands of Frosty. And mind you, Cherished already reacting to the call out from across the map, eventually to get the ball out, but it's played.
These brothers are moving at 100 miles an hour.
Last shot in front of him deals with him quickly. 3 down.
Wait, actually?
The
question is, can these slays turn into any ball time? And so far, it does not look like that will be a reality.
Did he literally fumble?
Slays needed for TSM, and that just hasn't really been going in their favor all game long. Every player on Shopify Rebellion is
camo guy.
Doesn't see the camo.
We could just barely see him.
World 2 using that camouflage to discombobulate the push from TSM. But somehow Cherish was able to get
I apologize for my absence.
Multiple members of Shopify Rebellion get wiped from the tower side of the map, and eventually even a camouflaged World 2 gets taken out. This is a
you can't
great
leave tower.
for TSM.
It's awareness from TSM to realize the Shopify Rebellion had overextended themselves. No one was watching the ball at the back base, and they were able to at least pick up. Cherish picks up a nice shot to keep himself alive. The problem is,
what the fuck?
Shopify Rebellion have been able to get to that ball. They're getting some time, and Frosty's just waiting for the push, and then he'll either rotate or throw that ball off.
Oh, heard.
Warning shots, eventually Cherish connects.
This brother's letting it sing.
Like
God damn.
Shopify Rebellion snatched up that
tough.
Literally off the map.
For the last shot.
62 to 24. Shopify Rebellion may have the lead, but right now TSM have the tower side control.
Good
A
win.
huge
God damn.
win coming out of Frosty. And does that ball get played here? No.
No.
Oh, it's still just last shot.
And now Rebellion has a tower set up with 25 seconds to go.
A journey to Mordor to get to this ball, but you don't have much time before this game.
And we're nading ourselves. Wow.
It's a little bit of a self-harm.
Just 17 more seconds needed here for Shopify Rebellion. Ball does end up getting played off the
Respectfully,
map,
what are we
so
doing on the map?
TSM, they have a second chance to slay out. The problem is you're still
They did break.
with Shopify
They're gonna go for
Rebellion.
dead, though.
Like the last player, Cycle should be able to deal with it. Even if not, Shopify Rebellion still able to grab a hold of the ball.
Look, the balls are rotating towards tower. Where's
And they're just getting time somehow.
over towards sandbags? It's a complete.
Well, she's
fake
gonna
out.
run
They
away, and that's
rotate
gonna be
that
game
ball early
and
that
series.
way to force TSM's influence towards tower.
Okay.
In reality, that ball was always going to move back towards A in the first place. And TSM, because of this, just never had the chance to contest.
Well, that was
the
some
ball.
shit.
Such a smart play at the end of the game. It's like the mental warfare, the chess battle that's happening between these two teams.
That was some
you
shit.
don't see that too often, and it's so fun to see that unique play come through. Right, if we roll the tape at the end, Tony, you'll see it. But they pick up the ball, he goes through bottom to rotate towards tower, but the rest of his team is securing their position at A. The idea is you want TSM to push out through nest to try to contest that tower because they think that's where the push is going. But in reality, he turns around, throws a ball, hits a curbside, and he's all the way at into the to the rat tunnel by the time they're at tower.
Beautifully played by Shopify Rebellion, and also just a beautiful series as well, because that's going to be the end of it here on the winner's side, as TSM going to have to continue their
Is this a two-day tournament?
journey throughout the
Like, is this going to be finished tomorrow?
opportunity bracket, we'll call it, down lower.
Because, yeah, winner
Meanwhile,
semis.
we do see Shopify Rebellion
I was gonna say,
it's into the
this
winners
tournament's not
bracket
even close to being
semifinals,
finished.
joining the likes of
This has to be
SSG
finished tomorrow,
and
right?
Optic Gaming. Something tells me not many people in the chat are surprised by those three teams making it the furthest in the winner's side.
No, I think it's something that we're gonna get used to all year long. Better in Cloud9.
I did see
though,
LG grabbed a
and
team.
that
That's really
series,
cool.
I'm curious, maybe how that one's been going. Cloud9.
Nice
a
that
team that
in year
in
4,
scrims has been playing well against the top
like,
teams, but
obviously we've had
I
a
wanna
couple
see
teams exit the
consistency
space over the
throughout
past couple
year, and
years.
I'm curious how they'll.
But it's nice to
go
see
about
that
consistency.
a lot of our top teams are retaining their rosters, or retaining
We'll be
teams in
coming
general.
and watching some more winners
And it's
semifinals
super crazy
action,
that we're
but
seeing teams
why
like
don't we go on a short little break, a little
TSM
bit of a
and
breather
Luminosity
before our
like enter the
next
space.
matchup? Who's going to be joining Shopify Rebellion in that winners bracket semifinals? I'm sure we'll be finding out soon.
What did they say, by the way? They're taking a break and then we have another match? Is that what they just said? Oh no, Tatum had 40 on the Lakers. Oh, I thought they were going to blow him out, and they lost by 10. Well, they said it a minute ago. I just wasn't listening. We were talking about some shit. I was just yapping. A racist franchise? I assume you're talking about the Celtics? Well, I mean, unfortunately, they're looking pretty good. It's, I mean, yeah, I'm the same, but the Celtics as a team are fucking filthy. Like, them and the Cavs are far and away the best teams in the East. And I'm pretty sure the Celtics pissed on the Cavs when they played. Like recently. Then in the West, it's kind of just Thunder, and then the rest is up for grabs. This is Boo Boo POV? Cloud9 versus FaZe? This is for the last winner semi spot, I guess?
One glass of sniper and one just one top red. The Swanner is one ballad.
Took the hill.
He's either ballad or pipes. And one was red sniping. No, we just track and shove on a mid in a second.
No, the Cavs beat the Celtics this most recent time. I had it backwards. Pretty sure the Celtics like collapsed, actually.
One shot, never died.
Oh, good shots. What the fuck? Yeah, we might need to turn the music down a little bit. Thank you.
Live.
Active camo available. Enemy team took
What's that
the
camo
hill.
effects?
Brother Louis on it.
Camel's on hill, camel corner with camel. Hang on. And one was stack stripping.
Not really comms, I guess just Boo Boo.
One's up there.
Winter semis is tomorrow. Okay, so it is a 2-day tournament. That's dope. We'll watch the end of it here, and I think we might game for like a minute. Not super long because it's already kind of late. We'll watch the end of it real quick, and then we will.
They're gonna play time for a second. I think they're gonna get out.
Enemy team scored.
All right.
We will watch the other half tomorrow. Presumably, it won't go anywhere near as long as today, or anywhere near as late, rather.
One more turbine.
Shot rifle available.
Nice shots. Holy fuck.
Plasma grenade.
They got a chance to tie the game here.
I'm watching your mid. Tiny dead.
Their hill guy dying is unfortunate. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, what is the series score actually?
And one was tower. Top tower nading you. Bottom tower dead.
Bro, this brother is not missing.
Did you push C now?
Your team scored.
I'm already in new hill.
Hill incoming.
No,
Hang on, C9 has a chance here.
Hill ready. Hill control.
Two tower. I got one more top tower, full shields. Tower and one's mega crossing. Two dead. Top tower.
Lost a teammate.
What's up, tower?
Enemy team took the hill.
Full tower.
Active camo available.
And banner.
Yeah, he kind of had no play there. FaZe is going to get a hold out of this. This is looking tough, and they have camo. This is looking tough for Cloud9 right here. Oh no. That's probably game.
Enemy team nearing victory.
That's game.
I'm gonna draw mid. What do you two down them and then just didn't,
Damn.
Oh no, you stayed. Did you stay back with Shock? I feel like you should.
Bro, the wind is loud outside. Damn.
I know, like two.
It's also getting cold. Holy shit.
All we had to do is
Gonna be cold tomorrow.
We just had to like literally float our bandits and ape that, dude. Cause like they were 2 dead and they were in a
And it's
spawn.
gonna get hot again.
All good.
Oops. I just kicked my desk. Okay, so I guess that was game 1. Oh no, it's 2-2. This is game 5.
Driveway and shoot truck. No, sub.
Actually, yeah, what is FaZe waiting for? Why has FaZe not officially announced? Like, bro, literally like a month or 2 ago, if not longer than that, whenever they announced the roadmap,
They play like
they announced the
play, like,
Kason
March
tournament,
or
and like the graphic literally had like Trippy's face on the FaZe jersey, but like
Slayer.
slightly like dimmed.
we gotta just shoot mid.
It was like his silhouette. And then obviously like, I don't know, bro. They've all had the emblems and shit forever. Plus, like, there's literally no other possible team they could have gotten.
Outkill your opponents and claim victory.
There you turn, Trippy. You turn one guy.
Yeah, I wonder what they're waiting on.
Trippy. And that's 4.
Or I wonder if maybe it's like some stupid reason. Like somebody's contract with another team doesn't expire for like a certain period of time. So they're like waiting.
They have camo. They have shock. Alright, you're alone, Jay, you're alone. I think they have camo shock. They're
Although I
camo shock.
think-
Don't get sniped, don't get sniped.
I don't know, I think everybody's signed by this period.
It might be top middle
I
camo.
don't know.
Alright. We're in. Oh my god, we're not, Manny. We're not. That's one loop, that's one loop.
I wonder if there's gonna be any losers matches after this, or if this is it for the night.
His damage on us. Powers. Okay, we might be able to get out driveway in a second. That's 4, he's called us out. That's 4, that's 4. Good truck, Trippy to nest ramp. Truck, one shot to nest ramp. Nest ramp, one shot, nest ramp, one shot.
Good shots.
We're getting out mid, guys. One nest, 2, one shot nest ramp. And blue window. And poacher's gonna. Poacher's weak. Poacher's 2 shot. One shot, poacher's stairs. Still blue. 2 soda stairs.
We're only gonna get 1 kill out of
We're
this.
good.
Septify's in a dog shit spot.
Yeah, soda stairs. It's like Luke. Luke is weak. Trippy.
Actually, wait.
Power available.
They get him weak for him. He can make a play. You gotta trade. There's a big camo right here.
Last camo. Hi, Billy. You backed up. And glass. And Luke. Glass is weak. And one's Luke. I have camo still. Luke is weak, Trippy. And one driver. Oh. We should get up. What's up on the map? They're just. Alright. I think they're both loop.
Bro, this shit is so slow.
They're out front. Three in front of her, and then they go soda stairs. They're like silo and.
I'll say though, he heard that camo run out and then he fucking blew at him.
I saw him nest. There's one in blue. They might be blue to yard. They could be blue to yard.
Shop
So drive
rifle
out of Prius.
available.
Yo, silo me.
He's gotta get out of there.
Come, LR.
It's a great kill and this is a great live. Yeah, he needs to run. Ooh, my god.
Almost like market on me, bro. Top it. Top it, top yellow.
Oh.
Top it, 2 shot. Kirby. Might be your snake.
Brother's in the fucking mix though.
Could be benches close. Watch out. Watch out top mid. Watch out top mid. That's one nest. Yeah, we gotta hit right. I need my health. Yeah, 2 outside. LR one shot. LR one shot. That's 4 one shot. Should be one shot. I'm in.
Oh no.
For the stairs, Nest. BR, 2 of them.
Oh no. They're fucked.
It's on blue main. Soda stairs. One is soda stairs.
Active
Or
camo
one is
available.
soda stairs still hiding. It's like loop all the way out loop. Loop is, and you turn out. Weak, you turn around.
Oh, they just ran at him.
Who ran, bro?
Enemy halfway to victory.
This is not good, brother. This is not good. Is oh my, and they all 4 spawn bottom lift. This is horrible. This is genuinely the worst shit of all time. That is the goofiest overkill, bro.
I saw him blue. I saw him blue.
I was gonna say, this is miserable to watch, dude.
Flowers are blue and blue and blue. Swanning his nest.
Oh, they put the graphic up. They said this shit over.
Last one shot.
Damn.
And blue, Donnie, you're really weak.
They put the graphic up. They should turn this shit off.
Lucas, one shot. Alright, Donnie was in blue. Flowers. Yard, 2 of them. Yard, 2 of them. They're like 3 yard, I think.
They can't come back playing at this pace, though. Like, the only way you're gonna come back is if you fucking fly at them. Like, okay, they got 2. They need to play aggro as fuck right here. They need to keep them staggered. Somehow Penguin gets a kill in a 1-on-3 from across the map. What the fuck?
And flowers yard fast. One already hit yard.
Another big kill.
Dude, I'm dying.
And
Team nearing victory.
that'll be your game. Probably.
And LR. Just 1 yard behind him.
Yeah, Trippy's actually pissing all over them right now, dude. And they're just funneling into nade spots now. Like, yeah, GG's.
Flowers, one shot.
The thing is, though, like, as that camo's coming up, they deadass have a chance to bring the game back. But you gotta put the pedal to the fucking metal. Like, you gotta play aggro as fuck. You gotta get them staggered. Because you just want to force that constant, like, exactly what they just went through. Like, you stagger them and then you force the constant, like, 4-on-2, 4-on-2. Keep them separated. That's a tough loss in a game 5. It's online, nobody cares, but that's a tough loss. That's a tough one.
I was in the firing line, living in my head. Sun came in and closed the blinds, could feel it in the air. This is just
Absolute slammage. Alright, so our winner semis, Optic versus SSG, and Rebellion versus FaZe. Yeah, like I said, I wonder if there's any losers games today, or if that was it for the night, and they're gonna finish tomorrow. It's Pine Park o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. That shirt is gas, by the way. I have to pre-order it. Or buy it. Whichever. Oh, we're skipping songs.
The way that was a perfect commando from that far away. So tomorrow we have a ton of matches.
What the fuck? What was any of that? Okay, Complexity versus Pink Lambobs? I assume that's Lambos, bro. Yeah.
Welcome back, ladies and
Holy
gentlemen.
shit, we're back.
HCS Open number 2, but day number 1. And that being said, tomorrow we have some things in front of us, okay? We have the winners semi-finals. It's going to be Optic Gaming versus Space Station first, and then second, we'll watch Rebellion versus Better. So tomorrow, we have a ton of matches left to go, but today is not done just yet. Today, and right now, we've got Complexity versus Pink Lambos. I've got Tools with me here today. Tools,
The first time I've really watched this
for you in
Complexity team.
Yeah, it feels like we're really starting to see the solidification of the
Which,
team
I mean,
where
all
they
due
are.
respect to this Pink
Right now,
Lambos
top
team,
four still
or Pink
continue
Lamb
to be
Ops.
the top 4. Better having
But-
a pretty close series against Cloud9 with that game 5 secured by them. And
You gotta think this is probably gonna be pretty quick from Complexity.
Well, now we get to see Complexity, a team that
Pink Lamb Ops.
I think on paper looks phenomenal, but I feel like we're not
Lamb
seeing
Ops.
as much out of them as they're capable of, and sometimes that is a factor, right? And right
See ya.
now, we'll see if that changes against this Pink Lambos roster.
Yeah, it's such a surprising. I think it's probably one of the most surprising storylines of Season 4 of the HCS is kind of the slow start to Complexity this year. They've just been struggling on all senses of the word, but
I
this is,
don't know
tournament day is what
Sarix.
matters, right? If you're gonna get your pro points, get far, start making your.
I feel like
way
I've
up,
definitely
and
seen the other
Pink
three in
Lambos will need
matchmaking.
their warm up to do so.
I've
That being
definitely
said, right, Pink
seen-
Lambos, you want to make your name known, taking down Complexity.
I've definitely seen Simply
and,
Fear
this
Me
early in the bracket
and
would
Mace
certainly
Key
be a cap
in
ma-
matchmaking.
a feather in their cap.
We got to watch a lot of Mace-Key last weekend, and you and I were both really impressed by his play. We'll see how he does today. But yeah, you saw the tweets from Sparty, and he had talked about, that is nowhere near where we want to be. We need to do better. And it's obviously great to hear that out of a player. It's just, you definitely want to see the action, right? Words only speak so loudly. So
Yeah,
we'll see if that
I've seen
happens
Simply
here.
Fear Me's
Complexity
name around
right now
since
have a tiny
since
bit
Halo
of a lead,
5.
but
I
nothing
think
really
Dallas actually
solidified
played
whatsoever.
a tournament
It
with him
seems like numbers not really
in
going in their
H5,
favor. It's
one of
gonna
those
Simply
like
Fear Me that
SWAT
tries
Nation
to
tournaments
maybe
or
get that
something.
ball rotated towards bottom center, but he goes down as well.
Speaking of, Simply
But
Fear,
yeah, I don't know much about
greatest
Mace-Key, but
tags.
I know
The
he's supposed to be
amateur
good.
scene. It reminds me of like what Fear itself, right?
I want to pay a lot closer attention this season, and I want to really lock in like.
favorite gamer tags.
I personally like Men 7 All. That's my
Yeah,
favorite.
Because this
Man,
is
that's,
probably,
I
I mean, this
love
is
the
supposedly
regrets.
going to be the last
Mental,
and
we
most
love you.
competitive season
Anyway,
of Halo Infinite.
It's not even
Great
one
start to the
L,
game
you
so
know,
far.
the 7 all is just, what are the 7 men and what are they all doing?
I would definitely fight for the original mental tag. I don't know, it's probably going to be really tough, but Mace-Key, we talked about him last weekend, starting to at least clear out the C side. Still many players on that B side control. They're all playing keep away, essentially, as Mace-Key was the last player alive, and that sniper coming up and him with camo. This could be a deadly combo, but look at the prioritization of Complexity. Great job by them. They'll have sniper in their hands, and then they'll drop it. It goes down. Sarx is the one to get that kill.
It doesn't matter though, because ball has just been in the back and it's been soaking up all this objective for them, and they hand it back off. Spartan, I actually like that, right? Because you're mental. He's one shot. You might as well let him hold the ball. Let your full shields player take some space, be a little bit quicker on the map, and that just a little bit of timing can make all the difference.
Speaking of timing, Complexity have gathered a lot of time. It looked a little bit stagnant at the very beginning of this game, but they've
just destroyed him. By the way, that was
Yeah.
a perfect commando from that far away.
I actually love the Mando.
The recoil on the Commando
It's
is
so
insane.
good again.
Like I was saying, complexity.
I mean, it's not so good, but
really
it's
commanded
good
this
enough
lead,
again.
And now that the ball is played and 4 are down for complexity, it's a chance for Pink Lambos to get control in some time.
Because it was decent at the start of the game, and then they buffed it for some reason, and then it was absolutely godlike.
More efficient.
And then they nerfed it into the ground,
And playing that keep away game,
and it was complete dog piss.
That's a great shot.
And now with the most recent weapon tuning update, it's like it's super good again.
Hey, that's against a professional.
Not quite as good as when it was like super busted, but it's very good.
Okay, definitely got the scope there, still went in, got the scope in, got the shot off. Great
Good
job
live.
by Mental to at least play his life. That sniper very important for him to make sure to keep control of. And, you know, Pink
Hello.
Lambos, they did get a couple
angle.
of points of time. That ball is played towards bottom center, so it'll be a fight for it once again. But it seems like
It's great damage by Billy Mental.
Unfortunately, not going to win that trade-off. They go 3 dead.
Oh, where is it?
The triple
Oh.
kill out of Huss, making an over.
Whoa!
There it is. The overkill on the
Wait, the
daylight.
jab step
That
was actually
that
gross.
beautiful. Let me tell you, because there was a little bit of a jab step involved in that fight.
Yeah, Huss is gnarly whenever you get him in those one-on-ones, and the bag is deep in which he can go
Holy
into
shit.
and make you miss your shot. The jab step, the
fucking
right
footwork,
strafe,
bro.
the jiggle peaks. He's got it all in his arsenal, and oftentimes it leads to great moments like that. The overkill early on for him, and
He hit him with the Kyrie
honestly
jab
fantastic.
step, bro.
You take a look at it, right? Look, boom, 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 jab.
Ugh.
in. Man, that's a quick jab step too. That's all just to make him miss one shot to give him the opportunity to win.
Yeah, that change
That's
of speed
gross.
really throws some players off. Us trying to continue on a little bit of a kill streak here. Goes towards bottom center. The sniper's brought with him, but he gets taken out. So I like that play by Precision though. Tossing that ball, getting the snipe, now throws it towards Sparty. There is a camo coming up, and I believe Huss is going to get that camo. So now it's about the push from
Holy
Pink
shit.
Lambos. Can it be maintained and contained? Looks like right now, so far, not too bad. It's only
Bro,
one
why
that
that
go down
sound
for
some type of
complexity,
way?
3 go
Why'd
down
he
for
say it
Pink
like that?
Lambos.
That's camo and ball.
Yeah.
It
Huh?
probably wants a little bit more freedom, but
Why you say it like
Hey,
that?
Spartan, maybe drop that sniper for your camo player. Go pick up ball. But, you know, there's a reason why he has it in his hands, and that's the first one. And probably many that's gonna come with this sniper.
Good to see Spartan back on the
Well,
sticks,
I
man.
said that actions speak louder than words, and Sparty did say he will do better this week. And in so far, 14-7. This is the performance we like to see. This is a very explosive player in Sparty. We've seen him at events. We've seen what he can do, and I've talked about it a couple times. He's got a lot more to play for this season. As his brother did pass away, he committed this season to his brother in honor of his brother. So you know he's
I didn't know
coming
that.
in with the most practice possible. And again, look at the jiggle. It is insane. How do you hit
Rest
that?
in peace,
Yeah,
man.
so
I
if you're
didn't
wondering
know
what
all
the jiggle
that.
looks like from the other perspective and why it makes people miss so much. We can maybe put that on tape after and take a look at it, because it just looks like the player's freaking out. And it can be tough to get that reticle back to
Oh,
where you want it.
hello.
I think it's more so surprising than it is fast. I mean, it is fast, but I think it's like a surprise. Like, what are you doing right now? You're kind of just confused. But 3 go down for Pink Lambos. Complexity, 35 points of time thus far, and that staggered kill from Spartan is going to alleviate a bit more pressure. Now he's on the flank here, but unfortunately, he's not going to have any help. He's going to have to win this 1v1. He does just that. 2 go down, and he'll milk some ball time.
Oh yeah,
So far,
brother.
This has been the bread and butter for Complexity. It's just being
Oh,
able to
I never hit the
find
pine bark,
a
bro.
good amount of ball time with one down at all. Cerex had the opportunity to try to cut that ball.
Exclamation
off
point
rotation.
420, bro.
And the second he peeked, he went down. And, oh, we might be seeing
Gotta turn my fan on.
Ooh. Hey. That's been done to me a lot. Okay, like changing that height, it's oh my gosh. What is happening in this game,
This
dude?
is just highlight reels
The
from
fuck?
both sides.
Oh!
I
thought he stuck him.
Dude, it's hard to even commentate because of just how much chaos.
I'm surprised I'm surprised we haven't seen it more already.
Complexity is
He's
thriving within this chaos. They keep finding their
that's
time.
kind of been a thing since the start of the game.
Goodness me. Just absolutely insane gameplay.
I guess it
we've
might
seen
just be
in
more
this game,
popular
and
now.
individual
Like, more
plays
people
from
are trying
both
it.
sides. The QT double kill out of precision, very impressive. So much to be looked at, and we'll see that in the highlights after this. But 53
right,
points of
let's
ball
go.
time still. Sparty will get a little bit more. He's got 52 seconds of ball time, and he's 20-10.
Honestly, I've been a big fan of this idea of putting your slayers on the ball. I think it keeps them in check. Right, it makes it so they don't overextend. Because oftentimes the
Triple kill.
Yo, over. Real fast. Yeah, wait a second. No one's speaking. So, oftentimes the big mistake that happens.
Be really
in
funny.
on-ball is
Everybody
teams
just
will
like
push
jiggle
too
peeking
far,
and
right?
jab
They try to
stepping
take
and
too
just
much space. And usually, if you take the player that loves to take space,
not
and
hitting a
you
single
slow them
shot.
down by putting them on the ball, it kind of like channels
Activating
their
penis
energy
Parker,
and
maintaining
focuses
possible
their slaves
deniability.
to the immediate vicinity, and I think it's a great strategy. If you ever find a player on your team that you're teaming with to be like just kind of messing up the spawns a little bit too often, just delegate them the ball. Then they can't do it, right? It's like you almost limit their ability to mess something up.
Oh, I heard that shit,
So
brother.
that's why we win most of the games that I have all time. That's interesting because I think you're 100% right on that. But also, Pink Lambo's 100% dead. It was 4 down for Pink Lambos, and now once
They
again,
never go 100%
Complexity
dead.
find themselves 15 points away from securing round number 2, and we'll see if they can do that. It's one more push from Pink Lambos, extending towards the bottom center, towards Rat Tunnel, but that ball's going to rotate towards B. Not really an opportunity unless they can get past Huss, who gets another triple kill. Ball is played, 5 points left.
Hey, we've seen like 5 triple kills this game. This has been insane. So far, we'll see Complexity win this one, but I really love the idea. Going back to that conversation about your Slayers holding the oddball, you'll see it with Shopify Rebellion. They put Last Shot on the ball. He's their top ball carrier, and I think it helps the team quite a bit because he's also the player that loves to like be in your face, take space, like constantly push. It just keeps him in check, right? It makes it so he can't like constantly be doing that, and because a lot of times just pushing up a couple steps too far can be the difference between your ball being very secure and potentially flipping out spawns and doing something wrong.
100% agree. I'm impressed by Complexity. Obviously, this is, I think that you can't really tell a lot between these two matched up against each other. Obviously, we'll see more as Complexity goes through.
All right, I'm back, but I'm still in the Pine Park.
But just impressed that, like, they're taking this like they would any other team. It's very structured, a little bit shaky towards the beginning of both rounds, but started to pick it up when it mattered the most. And the big plays as well from Huss and Precision, just beautiful. Here's the triple. There's a little jab step right there. And if you want to see what that jab step looks like,
That shit was
from
so
the other
gross.
point of view, there's another clip that maybe we caught, but just right here. Look at this.
Oh, wait, what are you supposed to do,
All right,
bro? He made a miss.
So can we slow that down real fast? I just want to slow it down real fast. Look at the way. So this is a jab step. You see how he watch him right now. Look, he's shooting. Mayski, right? Now he's gonna turn and look. Turn, sprint, look. Then shoot,
with the
turn.
crouch.
Like that is a jab step, and that's what makes it very difficult to shoot.
Yeah, it's actually so
Obviously, in
gross.
slow motion, it looks really easy, but changing that speed and that momentum really makes it tough.
That actually might be, I don't want to say the hardest, but for me, it's the hardest mechanic in the game. The jab step. It's just like, it breaks my brain.
This collie should be a
sprint,
speed run
sprint,
with
and
all due respect.
whip the reticle at the same time. It's like you basically have to do 3 very quick movements with 3 different buttons.
Yeah.
Right. You have to press sprint. You have to whip your right reticle, and you have to whip your left stick. So it's just like trying to balance all those things. But the players that are really good at it, man, they make you miss. Especially like Huss is very good at it. Lucid, very, very good at jab stepping, and it makes a big difference in their one-on-one fights.
It's mostly utilized, and that player's when the player utilizing it is no shields. You just try to win a fight when you are at a disadvantage.
Definitely do it mid gunfight. Don't do it to start a gunfight.
yeah, exactly. But Tools, I want to talk about Origin again, and I said this before, and this is to anyone that wants to listen to me. This is one of the best Halo Infinite maps. I know it was a Halo 5 map. It is one of the best Halo Infinite maps we have.
I mean, this is already
I think
slammage.
it is incredible. I don't know if anyone will disagree with me. To be completely honest, I don't care. I think it's so much fun.
The most well-received map that's been added into the game. I really haven't seen any complaints about
Really?
Origin,
Okay, good.
so far. I think there are things that are different from Origin than they were in Halo 5.
Yeah, I
just
mean-
in particular about like spawns. But they're not like bad. It's just a little bit different. But it just takes me back.
Yeah, there's a
to
couple
the
like very minor complaints.
glory days of
Holy
Halo
shit.
5 and,
A couple very minor complaints about this map,
Rex.
but
able to hit a great shot, but they're down 7 early in this game. And
Yeah, and there's like a couple things that are like are
back,
different or
especially
maybe
on
not
maps
as
like this where
good
it's so easy
from
to
H5,
manipulate your
but
spawns and
overall,
to
like,
get players
this is a good-ass
trapped.
map.
So for them, it's important not to
Because like a lot of the
get
movement
what we like to
and
call in business
and stuff
average,
is like very
where you
similar.
jump out and you have a depth that just like should not, like most of the time
It's
you shouldn't
scaled
die, right? It's
pretty
like you
well
are in a
for the
spot
most
where you can
part.
stay alive, but you made a
Some parts are
play
kinda
where
weird.
you kind of die, and it's what we like to call average. Those moments, right, against complexity, they can really turn the tides. If you're getting momentum, you got one average, that can be the difference between all that momentum going away.
20-10 here. The lead is starting.
I actually
to
love doing
escape.
that, I can't
Fishy
lie.
Ambos.
Oh, what
And
the
these are
hell?
players like, you know, I
I
don't
was
know how well
flying.
known they are in the community, but I will say they are very good players. You know,
Yeah,
Mace being a part of his college team, there's a lot.
But I'm not gonna
of
lie,
grinding
like
that goes on
that
in
window play,
matchmaking
like where you
every
jump on top
single
of the
day.
shit,
These
like
guys
I
play
love making that
every
play. I know it's
single
brain
day
dead,
matchmaking,
but
and, just a
well, it's
great
not
set of
always brain
players,
dead.
but you're up
but
against
it's brain dead to
complexity.
do it
This is a tough
sometimes.
task.
Cyrix, not Cyrix, I mean Daylight, also part of that same Fisher College team. So him and Mace had that connection from there. They've won,
Awesome.
I believe 3, maybe 4 College Halo championships. They did not.
Oh, okay, so
They're trying to reclaim their trophy this year.
I will say, like,
Very cool to see. I never thought I would.
it seems
you know,
like
in
the
2005,
college
see
Halo
colleges
scene
doing
is kind of like
Ironically,
it's kind of like the G League, or it's kind of like
also part of that team. So playing against their
Awesome.
teammate. I'm not sure if he's
like I
gonna
feel
be
like
this
every
year or
new
not,
player that
for
comes
College
up,
Halo.
with the exception of like
35-13.
I don't know.
Things have really
With the exception of a
gotten out
couple.
hand, but oh man, someone said in the chat, and I don't
This
know your
is-
name, but
this is
you know,
sad.
they said, imagine if the midship map worked.
but I feel like
Oh,
anytime you see a
this
new
would be
player,
amazing.
it's like
It's just.
Oh,
he's not so well
what the
timed. He's
fuck?
doing 360s, men 7-all. That's not cool.
I feel like every time you see a new
That's
player,
alter
it's like
ego
yeah,
from
they
Mental coming out right there. saying, hey,
they went
let
to
me show you
college
if
for
I can hit it.
esports and played
I mean,
Halo.
This game is 15 to 40. And it just shows you like this map. If you aren't able to get your foothold,
It makes
it's
me
so
wish, low key,
easy
that
to
like
just always apply pressure.
I
You
had
have
graduated
open
like a couple years
everything
later.
is right
Like
in the back
if that would have been an
face,
option
it's
for
like
me, bro,
Sometimes it can be
I would have
deceptively
actually gone to
close.
college. Like no
You
bullshit.
have a lot of room to move, but you don't. It can be
If I could have gone to
overwhelming,
college
the pressure that can be applied
and played
And
Halo,
so far, that's what we've been seeing from Complexity. They're just constantly shooting them off spawn. Like, they're not able to really
would've actually
move
done
up
this shit.
and get any safety.
13-3. 13-3. 6 and
I mean
5
my
assists.
high school added an
Sparty and
esports
Mental,
division as
almost
well.
double digits as
Literally the
well.
year after I
It's
graduated.
actually insane. You love to see this.
I graduated in
yeah,
2018,
I mean,
and I
you
feel like
described it
esports
really well.
programs in high schools and
This is one of
universities,
those really
like
difficult maps
there were
that,
definitely some around
2 kills
in
is all Complexity
2018,
needs, and
but
they'll go up
like
2-0 in the series.
I feel like it
This has
was
gotta
really
be a
around
hit to the mental for
2020,
people, man,
2021,
because, I mean, you know,
I
this
think
is going
he's
to be a
doing
really
okay.
rough
where that
game.
really like took off and like became like
I meant for people.
a popularized
gotcha,
thing.
Like their mental. Sorry, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I think. I mean, I think they understand that what this map is, right, and how fast
steak,
it learns.
small amount of peas.
So I don't think it would necessarily be like down in the dirt thinking bad about.
Bro, I wish
about your gameplay
I
here.
wish,
But
yeah, I
it
wish I could have had
certainly
like
is, it's certainly gonna make you
that experience in
reevaluate
high school
what
or
the strategy
college.
was going into Origin, and
I would've-
trying to figure out how you can make.
Bro,
up
I would have
for
like
some of
actually
those,
probably
like, 'cause every
experimented
player
and
on
played some other
Complexity
games as
just
well.
has a gunny on them,
'Cause,
right?
like, I
They're
went
not
to a
gonna
private
lose
school,
easy fights.
And so our
when people
esports team wasn't very
ambos, it's probably
big,
gonna
so
think
I
about
believe they
in
had
the
some
future
Smash
how you
players,
limit
and they
those
had a
fights,
Siege
right?
team,
Like,
and that was it.
Don't
And like
take
I never
the
played
one-on-one,
Siege,
right?
but
Like,
like
the best players
if I could have
don't
played
put
it at
themselves
school,
in that
like I
situation.
would
It's
have
because of
I would have
this, right?
definitely
Because
played.
they
Like
all
I would have
went through the
learned.
amateur scene at one point and had games like this against professional teams, and they realized, yeah, we just can't win this one.
That sounds sick.
No, we shouldn't have started. Tony's going to the bathroom. We're not. He said not to start it. That's too late. It's too late, Tony. No one cares about you and your bathroom habits. Complexity.
You know what I care about?
Going for their third game in a row. Recharge. King of the Hill.
What I care about? I care about style.
Okay.
I care about swag. And
Okay.
if you're wanting to get some of that swag, exclamation mark merch in the chat. Check it out. Support grassroots Halo boys and girls.
Guys, there's not a lot left, guys. Like there was last time I saw there was under 100, and this is it. Like once this goes, it's gone. All right, so get yours quickly. But here we go. Game 3, Complexity up 2-0. Will it be a sweep? King of the Hill recharge. Let's see how they do. Let's see if we'll see some 360s out of Mental this time. I don't think we will.
Double
Hey, you never know. The shock rifle is up. And 4 down.
Might buy that
for,
LV t-shirt
for
tonight.
Lambos almost instantly, and here we go. Camo shock.
Yeah, I guess, but I know. I mean,
Maskey's the first one.
I know a lot of
Whoa.
universities that had
Eagle
CS
eye
teams
for
anyway.
Maskey there.
Jeez. Maskey goes down though to Mental. Huss gets a kill onto Sarix. It's 4 dead once again. Hill time.
But yeah, I get
for
it.
Complexity. This is rough, man. Like, if you're Pink Lambos, is there any chance to break through this? Like, what exactly do you have to do?
This match is a whole ass
try to
DoorDash
combat
speedrun
what
challenge, bro.
Complexity's putting on the table.
You gotta overwhelm at least one player, right? Try to find an isolated player from Complexity and just shove all in against them, and see if Complexity will call your bluff.
Enemy team took the hill.
Oh, Huss isn't bluffing. He's busting. He's trying to get some shots in towards the bottom tower. Boom! Not gonna hit it though. On to Simply Fear Me. It's a little tiny bit of time for Pink Lambos, but Complexity have done a really good job to almost guarantee this hill. Huss, that's a blueberry on his face. He goes down, but still Hill in Complexity's control. It looks to me as if they will get, yes, Hill number 1 goes in their favor.
Hey, Complexity, they're quick, right? And they took advantage of all those 4 downs. They got back-to-back 4 downs to start the game. They were able to get the hill 75% capture just off those 2 slays. So what, we have less than 45 seconds off the neutral clock, and they already have a hill. They're most of the way captured on the next, and they'll have a camouflage to fight for on this next rotation.
2 seconds. Precision can't stay alive. It might just be that Pink Lambos gets a camo here. Simply Fear Me's got to get it. That's all right. So 2 players end up dropping down. Sarx is gonna be the one with the camo. He's down to no shields. They spotted him, and that's 15,000 nades thrown his way. He ends up going down. And now it's Complexity in control once again with 3 down for Pink Lambos.
And there's the clean wipe. And now what I'm interested in is the expansion for Complexity. Where do they try to put the pressure? Where do they want the opposing team to spawn? It looks like they're going to try to force an A
Artillery
spawn,
strike from hell.
And Spartan just checking all his corners, making sure no one gets through. But he can see if they come through the pit. He can see the
I mean, this is just clinical, though.
He's going to be set up for the shock rifle that will eventually come up if needed. Also love getting that grapple, right? Now he has the ability to just be anywhere, whenever he needs to be there. And 3 down. I mean, Complexity's slaying ability just has been too much to handle.
That's essentially it. Shock rifle's coming up. There's a chance for maybe Pink Lambos to take it a bit slow. Wait for that shock rifle. Try to get a pick like you had mentioned. But it looks like they instead want to take that long haul space, and they do. They're splitting a little bit early as Sarix in that situation. Simply Fear Me and Maskey are still stuck on the long haul side.
Did he
not really able to
run into the
finish.
wall
Just
right
a
there?
one
What
by
was
one
that?
Pick apart and a ninja onto daylight.
Okay.
I think it's real.
Yep, it's always real.
Moment of silence. Complexity just about
It's
2
always
kills
real.
captured in this game, and Precision, he's got that shock rifle lurking underneath.
There it is. Gets the shot onto Simply Fear Me. Ends up taking him out. See if he's able to get more here. 2 more players stuck inside the pipes. They have that elevator side control, and Precision not going to hold any angles. He just wants to push in towards the pipe door.
Just
He'll
running
do
at
that.
him.
He'll get another kill onto Sarix and also try to stay alive. 2 down for Pink Lambos. Still Complexity. Sparty is the one on that
Double
elevator
kill.
side, but he goes down. It's the first time we've seen Complexity 4 dead and Pink Lambos in control.
Camouflage up as well. Pink Lambos, they just need to play denial for a second. If they can get a couple kills. Oh. Oh, dude,
Saw his elbow.
Okay.
How do you grab it without ever coming out of the bubble? There was a clear like meter to travel there. He like blipped out. Mental is just being able to bypass time and space. Quantum traveling.
Ooh, I like quantum traveling. 2-0. Still, Pink Lambos had a hold there for a little bit, and that just kind of shows once again.
Oh, he's fucked.
You know, something I talk about pretty often: sparks of brilliance, right? We saw that.
I don't know
in
about
that
sitting
moment.
in the
They
hill
get
and
4
shooting
dead.
right there.
They stagger Complexity a little bit. but they can't really hold it for long enough. Now the push comes in from Complexity. That stick's gonna miss. No trade goes out. Pink Lambos find themselves
Hello?
3 down.
His teammate just run past him?
2 dead with the spawner coming up, but it's just time and time again. Complexity just walk on through, break the setup easily, and now they have control again.
3 down. Lambos gonna have a struggle on just getting this contest in time, and a 3-0 down against Complexity might as well be a death sentence.
Damn.
Oh my god, that new combo from top A Precision got that land, and it was basically an instant melt after.
Maski having a really solid game, by the way, regardless of what's going on right now. 12 and 11. Yep.
Last few weeks we've seen Maski. I've been really impressed with his gameplay.
Hill incoming.
Well, it's 3-0 now. Maski on your screen. Nice shots. Gets another kill to add to his tally. Daylight trying to clean up his own. He gets one as well. 3 down for Complexity once again. So what I'm seeing and what the story tells me is that the individual pivs are the most important thing. If you could win those individual pivs, you start to stagger Complexity just a bit, then you get some hill time. Camo's up as well. That wouldn't be a bad addition to the equation.
The Jiggle Peak cheese.
Yeah, with that, Maski can go forward on the map, try to get behind some players, and there you go. Jump up there. You might as well just say goodbye. That's the easiest shot Maski's had to hit all day.
Now he's got a little bit
No
of left.
way.
I would assume it runs out very shortly here, but
Somebody hit him with a body shot in the middle of that.
The second one is Precision. I love
good live,
that
though.
by him. Make sure to get behind the box to take the minimal amount of damage that he can, and now he's got a shock rifle to use as well as his teammates push here alongside him on the long haul. Complexity set up though for a strong defense here. Precision is behind on the A side too, so there could be a flank on incoming if Maski's not aware of it. Somehow he's still alive. I don't know where that player went, but he's pushing in and he gets another.
Yeah, it was a good little spree for Maski. It definitely slowed Complexity down. They haven't been able to get into this hill yet. And, well, Daylight being the last alive, he'll try to anchor out the spawns, but I just don't think that's gonna be reality.
Kind of just delaying the inevitable here.
Able to apply this pressure, they'll get kill after kill, and yeah, this is
Only
brutal.
90 seconds on the game clock as well.
Pink Lambos is gonna die here. This last player goes down as the first spawner comes up, so now Pink Lambos won't have a full 4 up for at least 10 seconds.
And Daylight as the first spawner. Look at him trying to get
They're
space
choosing
here.
to play
It's just
game
a
clock?
little risky. He's already inside a turbine, but he's got Maski with him. Great double team there. Daylight ends up getting 2. And we talked about Maski, but Daylight's starting to slay as well. Is it too little too late though? A minute left on the clock. Complexity obviously playing time. They're not stepping in that hill. They're allowing this clock to continue to run down. So it's up to Pink Lambos to get their feet inside of it.
Fisher duo. Slaying out in this game. Both of them positive. I mean, that's a big accomplishment. Even like, you know, Sarah's not having the greatest KD, but he's got 10 assists to his name, so.
Right. Yeah.
I'd say so far, the second half of this game, we've seen a much better Pink Lambos.
Kill.
And they've been able to kind of handle a high-flying
On the board.
Complexity, at least in that last rotation. And, you know, it might be improbable, but nothing's impossible in this game. Let's keep an eye on Pink Lambos and Maski to see if he can make some
Nice jump.
crazy miracle happen.
He has to kill Precision here, but he's got another player to deal with too in Sparty. Simply Fair,
Oh.
he's on the blue pipes, but he's a little late to the push, and
That
because
sucks.
of that, Maski doesn't have any help. He ends
That
up going
sucks.
down. It's 3 down. Simply Fear Me was the player on blue pipes. He comes out, gets himself a kill, but down to no shields. It's going to be really tough to do anything here. The shroud screen won't be enough, and he goes down as well as Complexity continue to run down the clock.
Precision just hanging out down low. He'll just bait that bottom hill. It's Spartan using the pad. It's the nade shot in metal. Pulling out the HBR as he goes through long haul.
Yeah, COD joke.
Will be able to get that kill, and so far, I mean, Complexity, that we saw just the slaying prowess come out this game, and it's just too much for Pink Lambos.
24 and 14. That's slaying prowess, if you ask me, out of Precision. Love to see that out of the young
He
gun.
nade shotted,
5 seconds left in the game. Daylight will
he
go
nade
for a
shotted one of them,
last-ditch effort to get
which
inside the hill. He'll get a kill, and you see both players stacking
has
in
been a
this hill.
medal in this game in
Both
Halo
aiming
5.
towards the same direction. It's going to be C Plat and the player in the back of Hydro. Do they know he's there? They can't find him. Maski's looking for him. He knows.
His spider senses are going off.
Literally
I'm
saying the
thinking, I know
words,
someone's here, but
he pulled out the HBR
unfortunately
on
for
him,
while he was searching the rest of
like
his
while
team
watching
down.
a recharge King of the
Him
Hill.
and Daylight, though, they'll finish positive in the
Actually
game,
just
and,
sent me
Fisher
for such a
College,
loop. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
at 3/4 of the Fisher College roster here competing. Fun little elimination bracket run, but we knew what Complexity was sort of built out.
Also,
of.
how
We
many people you
expected
think
them to
actually
come out and,
like caught that?
So far, standing strong. Complexity expectations for this team, or I should say, the minimum expectation for this team is make it to day 2, right? If you don't do that, there's something wrong. Their path not that clear from this point on.
A lot of pressure on this Complexity roster. Does it work? I mean, there's some times where chemistry won't add up, but they looked good in that series. They 3-0 Pink Lambos, and they'll move on to continue on. And,
I mean, I know I'm faded, but I'm actually so checked.
It's, they're going to play the winner, I believe, of Tenrai and BTC, and if I'm seeing the chat correctly, it'll be Tenrai that they end up playing next. So Complexity against Tenrai, we'll see how that pans out.
Verbally chokeslammed is crazy.
Good roster, right? So it could be throwing a wrench in the plans of Complexity this tournament. I would not be saying 100% guarantee, yes, Complexity makes it to day 2 with this bracket ahead of them, but if we're going to see...
All right, was that it for the night, by the way? Or do we have one more match?
For this roster. I don't think not making it to day 2 is acceptable.
Double kill.
Damn, and he roasting the dog shit out of all the teams that lost.
As we continue to go on through the lower bracket today, just a reminder,
more.
we do have merch available for LVT, and that merch, there's only under 100 shirts left. And last weekend, guess how many we sold? 246. So get this quickly, especially before tomorrow, because after tomorrow, I think they're all going to be gone. The payment methods are down at the bottom of the screen. There's many of them: Venmo, PayPal, etc., etc. So get yourself a shirt now, and then let us know in the chat if you want to that you got one, that you're supporting LVT. This will be the only time to get this shirt.
It's free shipping, by the way. So if you're getting it, there is no shipping cost. We built it all into the price, and that's how I like to. When I go to shops, I'm like, I hate paying shipping, so I was like, we can't do shipping, and and it makes it nice and easy. And so far, I mean, you guys have been killing it with the support today. We did the pre-orders, and we're like, man, so many people are excited about it. Like, we got to order probably a little bit more just so more people have an opportunity to get them. And so we have a stock. Once that's gone, though,
I'm gonna get me one.
I don't know where to do it from there because it's a lot of shirts that we put an order in. So thank you guys so much for supporting the way that you guys have. I think you guys blew our expectations out the water, and I'm curious whether we sell out this weekend, man.
I think we will. I mean, the only time to get the shirt, you can wear it at the first event. We will see. But regardless, ladies and gentlemen, you can see on your screen our next matchup. It's going to be Tenrai against Complexity. This will be a test.
Who's on this Tenrai team?
Will they pass this test? Will they make it to tomorrow? That's to be found up next. Don't go anywhere.
Honestly, I want to see who's on this Tenrai team, and that determines if I want to watch this series or not, low-key.
Down bad, so I had to move up. 01 like A, what you doing? CA plates in different states. Okay, she like how I'm moving. Step to a bag, better get with the movement. When I move, you move like that. Do more, get more, say less. So follow, don't miss no step. Speed up now.
Is this the LVT playlist? Polyflag, Aqua Slayer, Live Fire Holds, I think that is. Unless that's that's Strongholds. But also, this should be the last series of the night, I think. Well, I guess Tony Two-Turn is on this team.
I know you call, but I can't pick up. Locked in, my mind's encrypted. I secure the bag like lockbox. In my zone, I can't hear much. I'm flex, I just finesse. Make more wanna come around last. Out the way where I'm too next. Out of time, can't call, can't text. In the hills, I ain't got no service. Too high up, I don't think I heard you. Head high where the birds be chirping. Going full speed in the freeway, swerving.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your HCS
We returned.
Championship Series Open number 2. And man, am
That is
I
not
excited
Tools.
for
That is
this
Timothy
one.
Active.
I got my man Active with me. I'm Why Not Be Reckless, aka Why Not Be Casting, and your Twitch and YouTube chat. Hello. How are you? Hope you're feeling
Hi.
good. Ready for another matchup.
That's me.
Down here in the lower bracket, it is do or die. Tim, you know very much throughout your competing career what it's like to be.
Oh, that Halo 2
Please
poster's
tell
fire,
people at
bro.
home what it's like.
I gotta get an OG Halo 2 poster.
It's not fun.
Yo, I want to get the Halo 2 rug for this fucking room.
Bracket. So we call it the lower bracket, and it's not fun, and I don't want to talk about it, Tony, all right? But both of these guys trying to make it to tomorrow. Complexity's first test. Tenrai comes through. Can they make something happen here? Tony, I hate you, but let's get this going.
Let's get it going. And Origin Capture the Flag is quickly becoming a fan favorite. I know Tool says it's his favorite game type map combination. And Tim, you've been actually really fond of it as well. 10 Ryan Complexity. Hopefully they're happy to see it because we got Pruvu.
Kali's godlike. Oh, this team's actually good. This 10 right team's actually really good. This is going to be a good series.
Roster and they starting off a bit hot.
Yeah, you love to see that. Sparty, though, is a big player to watch out for. He's on that snipe side, and he's got the snipe in his hand. So
I haven't seen this brother Tony 2 turn since like year 1 or 2. I feel like he might have taken like a year or 2 off.
He is, so they can avoid any shots from him.
Obviously, Envoy and Super CC are gross. And this brother Kruvu is filthy.
Wants to cover his back. And notice Party goes down so quick. And the Rockets end up trading out their lives. Now there might be one Rocket sitting towards the mid-map, fought over. Actually, no, it's out. The sniper is not.
Mental has it, and I mean, again, it's very important he lives here because there's a lot of damage that can be done with
Whoa, hello.
Unfortunately, he goes down. That's a lot of pressure.
Bro, seeing a rocket come at you like that is actually so scary.
It'll be Kruvu who takes advantage of that snipe. Great defense by Tenrai so far, Tony.
Beautiful quickscope coming out of Benzo. They're onto Benzo, and then the no-scope right to the body of Sparty. He's not done yet. Rotating the snipe over towards the elbow and Rocket side. And Complexity to be careful because this reposition is about to be deadly. The man has started 6 and 2. Is sniping everybody in sight. He must have got his LVT merch early because he's shooting like he's wearing a shirt.
Possibly. A trade comes out. That's 4 down for Tenrai, and now Mental running the flag. I love how quick they are to get that 4 down and immediately run the flag, but we got to be careful. The spawns come out of the cave. More slays come out, Tony. Complexity doing a really good job of continuing to slay as they run the flag.
Despite what felt like game-changing sniper shots being hit by Kruvu, it's somehow Complexity that are able to put the first flag cap in on Bordeaux with an excellent double kill, but still has to ultimately trade out his life, and Complexity are still holding forward.
Sparty is definitely holding forward here, and again, he's like the first point of contact, so Sparty's the player that is going to try to get that damage in. Little does he know, though, there's some massive pressure on the Rocket side, and only one player was on that snipe side, and that was Tony 2 turn. So attention is turned, and it's going to be Tenrai pulling a flag on the side of Complexity.
4 quickly going down here for Tenrai. He doesn't even have time to play for the return here. They got to play forward. They got to get these rockets. They have to continue to stagger Tenrai right
Those
off
rockets
the
are
spawn.
fucking foul. What am I looking at?
Rockets in the hands of Hush, and he gets
ugly, bro.
Off right to the backside of Kruvu. He'll feel that one in the morning. I promise you that. Meanwhile, Super CC takes down 1, can't take down 2. 3 down, go 10.
Oh, beat his ass with the flag.
Final player is Envoy. A double kill is nice.
Oh no.
But Precision still moving the flag.
Yeah, doing all he can as the last
What
player
the
alive.
fuck?
And,
what was that move?
Precision, he does miss the flag toss to the other side, so he's gonna have to take a different route. That stalls things a little bit.
What the motherfuck was that?
It looks like there's a lot of pressure from Complexity on this flag, and they'll continue to run it. But
The precision is slippery. Goddamn.
Place grenade coming out of Precision there. Super CC and Tony 2 turn able to double team a bit, stop that flag,
What a re.
ultimately get the return.
That whole flag run was a fucking war.
Complexity, but still locked at 1. Meanwhile, Envoy with the sniper over towards the red cave side. If he's able to connect on 1 or 2 bullets, this could be a flag being ran, but Complexity are going to run right through him. Precision gets sniped back.
Great job by Envor in that scenario to make sure to waste as much snipe ammo as possible. There's only one bullet left.
I'd be
now
pissed,
after
bro. He
position
done
with
shut off
that
the whole
other one.
fucking
So,
thing.
Envor pressuring that cave and wasting ammo, definitely some good value out of his life.
One thing I'm thinking of when looking at a lot of these players here is that you're going to have some experience with Halo 5. You're looking at Sparty and Envor and Super CC, but Tony Two-Turn and Huss, I believe, came from Call of Duty, Precision and Mental from Gears of War. I don't know how much Halo 5 they've played, so I
Probably not
wonder if
much.
this map is fairly newer to some of these players that are in the lobby right now.
Yeah, something I'm curious about as well is, you know, with it being maybe a newer map to them, how are they enjoying it? Because I think a lot of the Halo 5 players just love the map because it was a Halo 5 map. I'm curious on their thoughts on that.
Envor pushing up toward the elbow side. Notice how Kruger was collapsing from the snipe side. A beautiful pinch being created by Tenrai, and that's the opportunity they want in order to curb slide this flag through the oven over towards Maze, but Super CC taking way too much damage and ultimately being taken out. The defense from Complexity will stand stout.
It's really difficult. All of Complexity, as Tenrai are 4 dead, by the way, all of Complexity spawned on the elbow side. They had full line of sight towards through the basement towards that flag carrier and stopped it in its tracks, and now it's a fight for the rockets.
And so it's the fadeaway backwards to stay alive here. Super CC still having that high ground that Anakin always told us about, right? So rockets are up.
True.
3 down to go. Tenrai, Mental.
That high ground he always be
Cross-map
yapping
shots
about.
turns it into rockets, and now it's
That's a shit spawn.
Dropping a
Sorry about you.
onto the elbow side. Flag still on the move, and despite
Imagine somebody else spawns there.
That's got to be the worst.
Oh, what
A
the?
rocket shot like that has got to be tough. But 3 go down for Tenrai, and an opportunity
Throw the
for the
cap
second
down.
flag cap that will be punched in. Complexity lead 2-0.
By the way, never watched Star Wars a day in my life.
What?
That's horrible.
Just wrestle
What?
with the reference that I don't even know. 2-0 lead in favor
I
of
hate these
Complexity
guys.
right now. Tony 2 turn, calling Tony 2 kills.
Oh my
but he
God.
Turn it to 3, good enough for the assist. Now you're seeing Tenrai approach the base of
HCS
Complexity.
movement.
They pulled plenty of flags, but haven't been able to cap one just yet.
It's because of the spawn control. You have to make sure to force these spawns, but also get lines of sights on those spawns. That's the way you're able to slay after you slay the first time. And it's this opportunity right here. It looks like
I'm not
they're
gonna lie,
go for
brothers,
that
I'm tired.
overside Run, but they've got to deal
I don't know
with
if I make
Sparty.
it through
He's
the rest of
last
this
player
series.
alive, and he's gotten a kill already. And make that 3. He's got
Oh, show it to
Tony.
me.
A triple for Sparty.
And no Sparty got that
Ah.
dog in him. Says Sparty McFly.
Huh?
As we're flying across the map. Precision having that snipe and up 2-0 right now when quickly starting
I'm
to
sorry?
collapse on the base of Tenrai. This could be the 3rd flag moving here real soon. If things continue like this, he's precise as he precisely breaks down the defense of Tenrai. That flag already on the move through the window side. Gonna hesitate just a bit here. He has some fools to snipe.
I'm still quivering. I think there's a dog inside.
Quivering?
My house somewhere, but, Precision's not quivering.
I'm
He is
sorry?
hitting doubles. He's hitting shots.
Should be 4 dead,
Going
right?
down for 10
Run that
once
shit,
again.
shoddy.
The flag is being run now, and the spawns come out onto elbow. It's up to Complexity to deal with those.
Jumping out to take damage and to shoot. Beautiful. That'll be game.
Doing an impression.
Oh.
Sparty punches that one in. That's going to be a 3-0 for Complexity. And maybe I need to get into voice acting because that dog impression was apparently spot on.
Now that's insane.
It was something. It was something. It sounded like the dog
what do
was
you mean by
drunk or
that?
something. It sounded like the dog was drunk or I don't know, too many treats. I'm not
Dogs
sure.
can't drink alcohol.
You don't know that. Aquarius game 2, Slayer. Tenrai have a chance here, Tony. Why do they
What
have
is
a chance?
happening, bro?
We've talked about this many times. Why do you think Tenrai have a chance here against Complexity when they lost game 1 that convincingly?
You get that
I know
nervous
because
around
they
the
have an
bitches?
envoy.
Okay, good answer, Tony. Yeah, here we go into game 2.
That's crazy.
Oh, I love you, Tony. Into game 2 we go. And yeah, I agree with you.
I actually, like,
Envoy is
no
disgusting.
hate on this
He's got
Tenrai
that
team.
passion,
I
got
think
that
I'm pulling
energy.
for a
Pair that
Complexity
with
3-0
Tony
here
Two-Turn.
just so I
If
can go to
you
bed.
were here in season 1, Tony Two-Turn's energy is turned.
I was gonna say, I don't even know, bro.
And,
I'm sure everybody's just
that energy
tired.
could, catapult them to a victory in this Slayer.
I got more bullshit to do tomorrow.
Tenrai maybe what I'm a little upset with is the fact that their next map they're playing on doesn't have a sniper on. I feel like you put the sniper in the hands of like Envor. Remember last week on Fortress, he dropped a crazy overkill in order to like kind of lock down the map. Even on this map, you saw Kruvu with the sniper ends up starting off like with a 7-0, 7-1 start. Because
I'm excited
like,
for tomorrow. A lot of good
crazy
matches tomorrow.
Out of him, Aquarius, all you got is your bandits and the camo, and you know, sadly the heat wave is GA'd, so you're not even gonna see that in play. I don't know
Another
if
Aqua.
we're gonna like that very much.
If I was in these tournaments, I'd pick up everything and just use it to win. But you know,
Hey,
these guys,
but Ease, it's got to be the Dion Waiters meme, bro. Like you just never stop shooting, bro. It's all good.
One of his teammates was dead, so it was a lot of pressure for Complexity. That means Camo's still up on the top center, and now Complexity have that in their control, or they have that in their control, and it'll be a push. This is insane. Wait a minute. Okay, I mean, they still have it until just now. Precision ends up going down with Camo, but good trade outs, right? 6-6 is the score.
I feel like Precision might have like used Huss as like a distraction there. Like he hid with camouflage. Huss joined Sparty over towards car 3, and it seemed like Tenrai thought maybe that was Precision, but Precision was like, nah, I'm just gonna wait for my camo to go and completely go ghost. And eventually Tenrai playing out and getting rid of that camo. But I like the thought process there, despite the fact that Tenrai up 3.
All 3 go down for Complexity, and now it's up to Tenrai to continue on this momentum. They've got the spawns. They've even got an isolated player, if they're aware of it, on the base, but it's trades back and forth still, and Sparty finds himself with a double. So even in a positive state here, a good position, Tenrai's not able to really capitalize on it as well as they wanted to.
Just a 2
They be scraping your shit.
And Sparty gets right in the face of Kruvu, bringing
yeah,
them
your
back
shit all
within
like.
just 1 kill. Tenrai better be careful. Their lead is
I mean, it's
slipping.
worse if you like.
Slipping fast, and another kill goes in their hands once again. The teamwork is insane.
Yeah, I mean, like I know they always say like, oh, it's a sign of like, oh, you just like, you're not doing this well enough. You're not doing this well enough, and it's like, brother, I don't know. I'm trying. I think you're just poking the shit out of me, respectfully.
That it is, and right now, Super CC.
Yeah, I agree. They stabbing around in there, bro.
Shots, which are not gonna be
And then my shit always like all swollen.
Take down this camouflage player. So last time that
like the
camo
rest
was
of the
burnt
day.
almost immediately. This time Huss making sure he checks every single corner, playing this so cautiously. This
love the jump.
is going to be devastating for Tenrai unless a prediction grenade lands right in the throat of Huss there. Precision catching a bit of a different angle. Huss is going to join him, but just too little, too late. 3 down, eventually go Tenrai. Luckily, Sparty lays down the law.
Yeah, Sparty getting that double is huge. And again, they continue to keep this lead. Tenrai has been in a position multiple times, but they're not able to capitalize on it.
I just noticed Precision and Sparty at one point had 17 of the team's 19 kills.
Wow.
That is crazy to think about, but one thing I am noticing is that Huss and Mentor are definitely not slacking when it comes to the assist department. It is like a perfect yin and yang that we're seeing right now. 14 assists out of Mentor and Huss. Meanwhile, most of that slaying power really coming in from Precision and Sparty.
I like how Sparty's playing right now. He's putting that damage in and staying alive, being very quick to stay alive, not hesitating whatsoever, gets out of the angle of the shots, and because of that, he's able to continue to output damage.
Bro,
he's
same.
still alive on this life as well.
Actually, same.
Kill, and it's, again, 26-23. Complexity with 3 down for Tenrai. Take control.
They've been fighting for this mid-map control for so long, and finally Complexity are able to earn it there. For kill advantage now swings in their favor. Meanwhile, nades are being chucked left and right, forcing Huss backwards, while the rest of Tenrai go after Precision, then target Sparty, trading out their lives right now. Complexity have control, but now Envor has P2.
I like going for the thrust. You got to make sure to utilize all of the equipment on the map. Everything to your advantage. It's very, very important to do so. And, you know, in Season 1, we never saw people really focusing on those equipment, on that equipment, but now everyone's timing it. Speaking of timing, Mental, pretty bad timing right there. Pops the camera.
Sucks.
Yeah, just let that grenade. Highly unfortunate. Meanwhile, a one-shot Huss having no business surviving as long as he does, and now at a more, and that couldn't be a worse timing for them, because now
What the fuck?
lead grows 35 to 27, make it 36 right now, as Huss and the rest of Complexity are dismantling the defenses of Tenrai.
I mean, that's such beautiful play by Complexity right there. That string of events right there in that situation, they got 4 down and all 4 of them stayed alive. That is what you want to see always in a Slayer, and it wasn't 2 staggered players. It was all 4 players up at the same time, and they got a clean 4 dead. That's just beautiful.
Huh?
Complexity. Wow. That's gonna hurt in the morning.
I said that's worth 10 kills right there. I think it's 40 to 39 right now, bro. I said Ninja's worth 10 kills, bro.
What?
It's tied up in my head.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Huss there. He just kind of ran forward, and Tony somehow turned around quick enough to get that Ninja. But still, it's an 11-kill lead, so a lot
It
more
looks like he hit him from the front, though.
Oh, Tony, 2-turn not done, and you gotta think to yourself, well, what if we saw this level of gameplay earlier on in the game? Maybe they wouldn't be down by double digits.
Alrighty, you finna go to bed, bro?
Still, no matter how the Slay start to favor 10 right now, the hole just too deep, and 6 more kills is all that Complexity need.
Yeah,
Word.
Complexity can just kind of
Alright,
lay
good night,
off
brother.
the gas pedal.
You have a good rest of your night, man.
Here. Like you said, all they need is trade, so they're not really, you know.
We'll see you tomorrow.
I would say not playing the same way they were at the very start of this game. Regardless, it's that big swing with the 4 kills and all 4 of Complexity being alive that really put this game out of reach for Tenrai. I mean, again, we always talk about it. It's still possible, but it's going to take a lot.
That it is, as it's 47 to 36 right now, and we're seeing Mental Complexity just flying at Tenrai, no regard for their lives, let alone the lives of their opposition. Kruvu may have been able to take down Huss, but has to go down to one-shot precision, ends up finding him, and that's the ball game there. 50 to 37, eventually Complexity find the kills.
Just a great job by Complexity. You saw and you said
That's Complexity
mentioned
2-0.
how even they were at the very start. There's 2 players with 7 assists and then 2 players with almost double-digit kills. You love to see that balance out of players. It means that everyone is engaged in the fights.
I'd love it if they
Everyone
could close us out
is
here, I'm not
making
gonna
sure
lie.
that They're there to assist, and you can see the ending of the game. Obviously we've got almost double-digit assists from everyone on that Complexity roster. 19 and 11 out of precision. Absolutely beautiful.
I mean, you said Complexity had the opportunity to take their foot off the gas. Well, I don't know if we saw that. We saw Precision dropping 19 kills and 80% accuracy being shot by Precision. That's why they call him precise. Good God.
That is very high accuracy, and you in the chat, I know what you're saying to yourself right now. That accuracy is easy. I've gotten that before. Try doing it against professional players. It's not as easy. They move different, and yeah, that's just really impressive, honestly, out of Precision. You know, a lot of people talk about potentially maybe he's not pre-firing a lot. I don't pre-fire a lot. I know some people do. Regardless, though, we go to Stronghold's live fire here, and Complexity looking very good to go into this game number 3. I want to see some life out of Tenrai. I know they're capable of it. Some really, really heavy hitters on this squad.
I want people to go into Academy right now and like load up a practice and like play against bots. And just play for like play for like 12 minutes like of a gameplay and try to shoot 80% while going like full on. Like even shooting against bots and shooting 80% is tough. So like imagine doing it in I mean, dude, this elimination bracket round 7. This is against some of the best players in the entire world. Like, it's kind of crazy to me, but Complexity starting off not with camouflage, but with an early CB setup. Meanwhile, Kruvu missing that jump.
Yeah, he wanted to get towards top sandbags with that camo, but unfortunately, the camo's not really being used too well here. I think maybe going for B, but he doesn't have any reinforcements anymore. Both of his teammates go down.
Kind of doesn't have a play here.
It's a triple cap, so. And look at that. He spotted Tony. So that entire
camo
was gone.
No.
A jab step out of Sparty with the snipe.
That
wow.
sucks.
Yeah, Smarty just absolutely turned on that man. That was crazy to see. Eventually, we see a double kill going down, and so the Super CC. It almost
And it's already 70 to 0.
Now this triple cap.
This is
will turn into a
unfortunate,
double
brother.
Cap, but we talked about this before. It goes from 2 points to still scoring 1 every second. So Complexity are still pretty happy with that.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Crew was
This
getting
is the highlight reel. You
montaged.
watch these Complexity members, especially on live fire. The last time you
I'm
watched them
sorry,
on live fire,
brother.
it was the same thing.
Everybody getting a turn with that sniper that we've seen so far, even without it. Mental
What's good,
with the
brother?
stick and
Wayne
Wayne
Doodle with the prime.
combination.
My
Eventually, we
fucking
do
dog.
see 10Y capture both Alpha
50
and
months.
Charlie.
Welcome back.
And you
Much
know
much
what?
respect.
Even 10Y
And as always.
members can snipe. This sniper
What the fuck is good, brother?
Again, everybody
Hopping in
must
for the
be
late
wearing
night
the LVT
stream.
merch.
Yeah, get that merch, guys. Only 90 left, I believe. We've gone down 10 more, so.
If you want to shoot 80% or even 90%,
First stream
wear
from
the
the new
merch. It'll
place.
immediately improve your accuracy. Active promises that.
Tony's opinions are not affiliated with this broadcast. Please do not take his opinions to light. We cannot get sued. Here we go. Game number 3. 2 caps in A and B, but they will switch A. They'll get the spawns onto A. The question for me is, how are they going to get this camo? And it's going to be tough. I mean, it is Complexity on that A side. It'll be Precision going for A instead. So, yeah, 10Y are going to get the camo. What can they do with this one? They've already had a camo, and it didn't provide a lot of value.
94-41 lead in favor of Complexity at the moment, and Envor with this camouflage in hand is already pinging left and right. Wants to make sure the C side is covered, but it's not Charlie that they're pushing. It's actually over towards Bravo that Complexity are. Bravo to Alpha, they go. Envor now going to turn this camouflage into a flank, and they need him.
This triple cap could be really good for Tenrai if they can lock it in. Of course, Complexity
Wayne Doodle, how
is
you
going
doing,
to
brother?
trade out A.
I appreciate the
Tenrai just
resub.
doesn't have the slays in
All right,
order
I'm trying to buy
contend
this,
with it, and the rotation's really quick as well. You see Mental gets off C right there.
Trying
It's
to buy
because
this
he
LVT
knows his
shirt.
teammate's going to spawn on C, and he can just grab Sniper and do things like that.
Going absolutely mental on the battlefield right now is Complexity's finest. Meanwhile, Precision picks up a double kill to clear things out just a bit, already having 98 seconds, trading out Alpha for Bravo. I think they'll take that trade any day.
Yeah, everyone at Tenrai is stuck in the Alpha side, so I'm really curious how they break this. So we look on the screen, we see 2 players going towards that bottom center. We see 1 player still on A, and we
I
see
bought me an LVT shirt.
the other players going towards Brutes, it looks like. So
Nice.
definitely a split in the resources. It's up to Kruvo to stay alive during this push, and it's up to Mental to snipe some heads.
And Mental has been able to make his way towards the top nest side. Notice Super
I
CC
am
and
doing good,
Envor
Wayne Doodle.
taking
I
the
am
low
fucking
side,
exhausted,
settling
but
right now, and
I'm doing great.
As opposed to settling, they won't get Charlie, they won't get Bravo.
Been moving the
either.
past couple
And back
days,
to the setup, go
getting settled in a
Complexity.
new place.
That push was really solid, but
Oh.
unfortunately, you got a Mental
tired,
on the nest who's not
sore.
missing a shot. And when you try to hide towards mud because you're weak, you got to know that Mental's
Last couple days
there,
been really
and
hectic,
now it's
but
Complexity, just,
it's been really
you know,
good. And I'm really excited
strongly
to be
holding
getting
on
settled.
this strangling grip that we see, and they cannot.
But yesterday
they're
was
not letting
day
go of these
1,
two-
and so
these
it
2
was
points. They're
like
just continuing
first
to
move-in
score,
day.
163 and count.
So it was just like moving all of our shit, and then we started unpacking a little bit today. And I got my internet set up. And then got my like setup put together and everything.
Bravo side forcing Complexity back, but right back into the hands of Mental with this
And then
knife.
tomorrow
Can
is
10Y still
furniture
rock?
shopping,
I absolutely
and I think I'm
love
gonna
the
stream.
pace at which
I think I'm gonna stream
moved
the
towards that nest side. It was
day
a
2
very
of
quick
the
curve slide
this tournament
after
tomorrow,
getting C, but
or
the
at least part of
rotation
it.
from Complexity answered that
Moving is the
immediately. Now
worst,
it's a
yeah.
counter rotation, and now
Especially
Tenrai have
too,
A,
because
but
we
they've
kind
given
of got
up
milked
camo.
by the apartment complex that we're moving to, or that we just moved into rather.
In favor of Complexity and Precision.
And so like they already don't like move-in times are like 3 p.m. or later, which is already kind of goofy. Like we had to wait till 3 in the afternoon before we could even think about starting to move. But then also because of like how long it took them to like change the locks and like make our keys and shit, like we didn't really end up being able to like start moving in until like 5 p.m.
Now, again, it's a rotation
And so
on the rotation on the rotation.
we were
That's what
grinding
Stronghold
from
is.
like
So many people
5
have
p.m.
trouble with
to like
Stronghold.
midnight,
You gotta be quicker on the
just
rotations,
moving
and you
shit
see
in.
how quick Complexity
shit was
is.
trash.
Not only do they rotate, they get all 4 dead while they do it, and now a triple cap is locked in with spawns coming out on A.
Today was a lot better
And
though.
this is where things go from bad to worse if you're a fan of
Thankfully, we're
Tenrai,
kind of
because
done with like the
now
bulk of it and like the
Tenrai
shitty
have
parts
a
of it.
chance
So
being cycled
at this
by the
point, we
lead members
are.
of Complexity. This triple
Oh, where is
cap
it?
is being held. Mental drops a triple and lights up Super CC. If that roof wasn't
Holy
there, he
shit.
would have had one of the nastiest overkills.
I love what Mental does there. He tries to go for the crazy
Lines up
shot,
the
but because
slide.
he wanted
That's
to
gross.
extract
That's
as
gross,
much
bro.
value from his life as possible, he goes for the beat down as well. And
Yeah, I know,
it's not
Wang
gonna
Doodle.
pan out.
I never heard of
It
that
will be a
before.
double cap for
I wonder why
Tenrai,
that's a
but
rule
the
here,
damage has
but
been done. Complexity 20 points, and they'll
whatever.
win this series in a sweeping
It was
fashion.
painful, but we got it done.
Alpha and Bravo currently belong to
Mental
10
17
right
and
now, but
5.
Never say never in this industry. Oh, that's
But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna
multiple going
hit up
down here
IKEA
for 10 by
and
Complexity take Alpha
I think a couple other places.
234 points and counting. Tony Tutor with the sniper will have to turn up as he's able to take down Huss. Tries to snap on precision. Portal's right out of danger and right back into it he goes.
Oh, it's just so beautiful. They get the couple dead, and you know Tenrai feel really confident with that first pick, but immediately Complexity come off a spawn.
Well, and especially
pressure
somewhere like
again,
here, like,
and
I
they
don't
end
know,
up in
you
a
would
scenario
think-
where they're continuing to score.
I
It's
don't know,
not
you
a
would
triple
think you
cap
would want
fashion.
to, for the
Double
sake of
cap
noise
is
and
enough,
shit,
Tony,
you would
and
want
that will be
to
enough for the
move
sweep
in
3-0.
like early in the
Complexity
day,
move on.
but
Ain't gotta
I don't
go
know.
home, but you gotta get the out of here as Complexity gonna be moving forward. Tenrai being sent home and Complexity.
I guess it's like a thing, like it has to do with like the maintenance and cleaning people, because I think like before you're allowed to like get your stuff, they like they send them in. But I don't know. Yeah, I can't think of why.
Yeah, I think they look good, but this was their first test. Now it's
Whatever.
Their next test, and you know, we'll see how that test goes. Of course, we've got other matches, but this will be the lower bracket tomorrow. Tomorrow it will be Complexity facing Luminosity. So excited to see how that one goes, and you see the rest of the squads down there
Complexity
as
LG.
well.
Should be a good
Excited
match.
to see how these pan out, especially TSM. I'm really, that's one team that I'm like, where is it? Where is the firepower that you brought so many seasons
Yeah, I mean, we
in a
felt
row?
bad
Where is that
because
firepower?
we were
Where is the
like,
wow factor,
we don't
the
have our
energy
mattress
factor? I
yet,
can't wait to
so
see what
we
they
were
can
putting
do. I
together
think
our
they're gonna
couch
pull
to
it
sleep
off
on.
this
Like we
season.
have a pretty big couch.
Yeah, I'm actually excited about a lot of those lower bracket matches. Before we
And
take
I
our
felt
minds,
bad
let's
because
talk
it's
about
like
what we have on screen.
11:30 at
That's the
night
stats, and,
last night,
I'm
and
seeing
we're like
Mental
dragging
18
couch
and
shit
6,
across the floor,
13
and you know we have a second
week
floor unit. There's a
KDA,
family underneath
and
us,
when
and so like
Mental's playing like this,
it made it
you
harder
know
for us
Complexity
because
had
like
a
I'm trying to go
really good
slow
time.
and
I
like
feel
be
like
quiet
a lot
and
of
shit,
times you're
and
gonna
like
be
I'm
relying on the firepower of a Precision or a Spartan.
because yeah I don't want to be
Dude,
banging
when
around and
Mental
like
has
dragging
games
shit
like
around and
this,
making hella noise up
Complexity,
here
damn
at
right,
midnight
might be able to compete with anybody
with people
in
trying
the-
to sleep
in
and
the
shit.
league. I mean, 4,330 damage.
Because
being
I know, yeah,
dealt
I know
with
I'd be
taking
tight as
less than
well.
3,000 in
That shit was going
return.
on above
If
me.
that was Active's gameplay, that would have been reversed, and then maybe add another 1,000 worth of damage being taken. But Mental showing us
Damn.
exactly how not
Tony
to
roasted
play
the
like that.
dog shit out of him.
Yes, exactly, Tony, and yeah, I'm much more complaining than Mental
Whew,
as
I
well.
just got the
Probably
chills.
a lot of tilting too, so good thing no one's watching me play.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have some more Halo
Ain't no
action
fucking
here,
way
guys.
there's more.
Don't go anywhere.
Oh my god. Well, I think that's gonna do it for us. I don't think I'm gonna stay on for another series. I think we're probably gonna call it there. But alright, y'all. I appreciate y'all chilling for the short little evening stream. Finally got moved in and settled in the new place. Got the setup put together. So streams are gonna be a lot more consistent, hopefully from this point forward. I'm in my own spot, and I'm gonna be. I mean, I don't have a job yet, so I should be able to stream a pretty decent amount for these next few weeks. But yeah, I should be on tomorrow for the other part of this tournament. Like I said, we're gonna try to watch all the Championship Sunday stuff. But yeah, I hope y'all have a dope rest of your night as well. Much love, Wang Doodle, Swifty. Hope y'all have dope rest of y'all's nights. And yeah, I will